This show is intended for adult audiences. You know, people with bills, backaches, responsibilities, and a functioning sense of humor. It contains strong language, stronger opinions, and the kind of jokes that might send the emotionally fragile into a full-blown meltdown. If you're easily offended, perpetually outraged, or think words are violence, this is your cue to clutch your pearls, grab a blankie, and sprint to your nearest safe space. Or, you know, just get in the sea. We won't miss you. For everyone else, buckle up and let's have some laughs.
Rated D for Dickhead.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
Hello, you dirty little boys. Are you interested in my body?
I'm gonna come.
Nice tits.
A real set of badonkers. Packing some Doban hunkeros, Baghanaga hooks, humongous hungalamga no logangas.
I want people in the industry to be a little bit louder about people being mean to other people, and maybe say it's not a good thing.
I don't really care, Margaret.
Hello. I'm off. Basically, run.
What's going down, babes? Show me the loving.
Silence! You are too gay to be the doctor!
I'm wonderful, and I'm the most amazing person in the universe.
Exterminate!
Go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them. With the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want.
But hey, that's just a theory. A theory.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels.
Why are you running? Let's take some dope.
I am like,
I have had hallucinations on weed before.
if I get that high,
Them babies, Alyssa. Disabilities. I wanted to finish Elden Ring, goddammit.
He's a piece of shit.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
the reason why DEI was put in place in the first place was incredibly disingenuous racism and sexism, people being discriminated against. This was put in place to try and
Disillusion young dudes.
white men or straight people. Someone's getting a job over them that doesn't deserve it. People are missing out on jobs that deserve it more than a person who's getting it because they're a woman or because they're black. These people are making a lot of money, print money, cash,
money, well,
capitalism. Raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Bad news.
buddy. Whoa, buddy.
Here we are then.
All right, and hello, welcome back once again. We're back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I love it.
And all that.
I love it. Ain't nobody stealing this baseball from us, baby. We are gonna keep on to that freaking thing. And shout out to the Philly Karen who dominated the news for the last couple of days. That, of course, making more news than the actual murder that took place on the train. But well, at least Trump's mentioned it now, so that's something. Anyway, hello, and welcome back once again, everybody. It is it's Tuesday, isn't it? My God. And we are here back once again for WTF Live, ladies and gentlemen, and nothing in between, and mother lickers everywhere. It is time to take out the trash, clean up the latest and not so great, freshly squeezed out bullshit from pop culture and politics, and copy CD game releases, or hypothetical game releases that should be happening but don't seem to be happening, and consoles that are desperately trying to find a way to pull people back when no one wants them anymore. And you're watching Will of the Fans, and my name is Will. I know. What an absolute turn up for the books that is. See what I did there. And of course, we've got tons and tons to talk about. There's a culture to fight for and fight for it. We shall. But before that, joined as always by John and Rhoda. So, John, what's up, man?
Oh, you know,
Mom,
I am being a badass in the jungle. I'm being a little bit of a sneaky snack. I'm.
You caught the Suchi, what's it?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. The Tuchinoko, I believe. I'm probably Tsushionoko. Either way.
If it's TS in Japanese, it's an S.
Okay. Yeah. Tsushionoko then.
All right.
It is a cryptid snake. I caught it last night. I only have 6 things left to collect on that little bonus, which evidently is like a ghillie suit that's like so fucking awesome. Like it will basically make you the end but better, regenerate your stamina, is all this kind of crazy shit. So that's gonna be really great. And then I found out somewhere along my badassery, because I've been blowing up the armories and the food stores, evidently the first time I did, right before the fight with Ocelot, I forgot to move the guy who's standing right next to the armory, so I'm not going to have a no-kill run. I have one confirmed kill on my current run, but I only have the parrot, a scorpion, a vulture, and then the 3 snakes in the boss fight left to collect, and I will get my ghillie suit in the game is finished. So I cannot complain. I've got the fight with the end right after we do the show. Jazzed about, like, you know, just kicking ass and taking names, and you know, it's awesomeness all around. So Ella fucking go.
Let's do it, buddy. Let's do it indeed. This will be great. I'm looking forward to it. It seems that the chat has a story they want us to talk about, so we'll get to that as well as everything else that we have to. In the meantime, though, Rhoda, what's up with you?
Yeah, I just finished what would have been yesterday's Mario Monday, but I had to work, so I decided to do it before this show instead, as a result of a poll on my channel. It said, like, do you want me to do it at midnight or before Will's show? So literally just done that, and actually made some progress in the game because I've been stuck in the same place for like 2 streams. So I'm feeling pretty good about that.
I haven't seen the Mario streams. Which game are you playing?
The Switch remake of Mario RPG.
Oh yeah, it's great. Yeah, I bought that.
I'm really enjoying it. I love the battle mechanics.
Yeah, it's like, really well done, and the soundtrack is good too.
Oh, the soundtrack's awesome.
Yeah. I was a little worried that they would, like, MIDI wouldn't translate very well to real instruments, but I think they've done a damn good job with it. So yeah.
Speaking of Switch, small little tidbit. The guy that Nintendo took to court for modding games and whatnot, or modding their system for games.
Yeah,
$2 million he is expected to pay back. He represented himself in court.
Nintendo $2 million.
Yeah, because he did not have a lawyer. Of course, I think even if he had a lawyer, like, they were still gonna.
It's Nintendo. They have the ninjas.
Rent him. Yeah, but $2 million, yeah, is what he's been fined, and he has to, like, promise he'll never be on, like, the internet or something. There's some kind of injunction against him also.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Fucking hell, Nintendo, can you just calm down? All right, it's just people.
I prefer the Sega method, you know. People start making fan versions of your games, and Sega say, "Hey, do you want a job?" And then we get something like Sonic Mania.
Yeah, that is 100,000,000% the best possible way to go with that. Yeah,
Nintendo's firmly in their villain arch right now.
Yeah.
Villain arc like this, like they're worse than Konami.
Yeah.
They're so evil. It's unreal. Yeah. This is what happens when you let King Koopa take over Nintendo of America.
Indeed.
There it is. But hey, it is what it is, I suppose, at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, the good news for us is that we can just boycott Nintendo, which unfortunately is not very good news. But it is good news that we have that ability. You know, there are other games. There are a lot of games I've never played. I have a backlog. There's time. I don't have time to play games anyway unless I'm streaming them. So there we go.
Yeah, I mean, I have a massive backlog.
I used to be I used to be just all day and all night gaming. If I wasn't at like school or whatever small time job I had, I was gaming 100% of the time.
That was me.
And now it's, you know, wife and kids and stuff. As it turns out, though, actually, I should point this out at this point. Unless, actually, you know what, Rhoda, have you not finished yet? Sorry.
No, nowhere near. I'd only just started, but that's cool.
Always happens. I'm sorry, because what you say is so interesting. It gets me going. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I'll make this quick. So yeah, done the Mario stream that should have been yesterday. And after this, I've got my Tomb Raider stream, which is the Tomb Raider 1 remaster at the moment. That'll either be that'll be depending on whether the bar fills up or not. It'll be at some point after this, half an hour after we finish, whenever that will be.
Indeed, my phone is charged and at the ready for Jackbox games. So please do, support the show, everybody. Gifties, cash donations. I want to see some titties. Do all the things. Like the stream.
Well, that is, of course,
share the stream. You know,
that's the thing. Yeah, indeed. That I was going to get to, and then I thought, no, before I start down this fucking rabbit hole. As it turns out, the missus and my kids are away for a couple more days, so they won't actually be back until like right before Wednesday's hyperdrive time. So, so there's every chance tonight that I'm going to be able to, if we, I have no time limit on this stream. If we do hit the bars, we can play Jackbox tonight, or at least I can. So, so that's the thing. That's the latest thing. Obviously, guys, if you want to support the stream, you can. I love it. You can send us super chats. You can send us, obviously, gifted memberships for each other. If we fill up the red bar, the usual sort of thing, we'll be doing the money, and the titty, which I still need to update and replace and amend with some Metal Gear Girls or whatever that ends up being. And of course, if somehow we manage to fill up the pair of the bars, which I'm not really always expecting to happen, if it does happen, we extend the stream. We play Jackbox. That's audience participation. You can get in and play games with us. We will have a lot of laughs, roasting the fuck out of each other and laughing at each other's funny little quips. So keep that in mind. If you are interested, you can make us stick around longer and play games with you. Glorious.
Yes, indeed, a full pair does cause us to extend.
It's true. A full pair makes us extend. And that's how it should be referred to in future. So beautiful. Yes, please at least make sure that you have indeed liked the stream. Here's my glamorous assistant to help you remember that. Let's make sure she gets the recognition she deserves. He is, of course, so beautiful.
Stream.
So
there's links all over X. Go use
and
them.
Share the stream. Yes, share the stream. Yeah. Sorry, you totally roboted for me there. I think StreamYard's doing. It's updated again. It's added a bunch more features. Now it's separated music and sound effects. So I got to go through everything and recategorize, which is a ball ache. But well, it's all
Have
slowly
they integrated
making
Rumble into the chat yet?
No, apparently not. And they also haven't found a way for you to import audio from another source, which is my dream, to be able to just fucking run the whole thing using a different OBS and then just put it out with StreamYard. That would be the best combo possible. But no, still no audio input available. So bollocks to that. What we do have in the meantime is getting us going, though. We've got some super chats. Justin Time is here for $2 and says, Philly Karen is Alyssa's mom. They look and act alike. And this is going to lead us down quite the little rabbit hole, isn't it? Thank you, Justin. Appreciate you. First of all, oh God, I hope it's not actually Alyssa's mom. But there is certainly a similarity in the abject insanity in the face, you know, the sense of entitlement and all the other terrible, terrible things.
Captivated by balls.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Stealing those balls, trying to get the balls off men. I understand.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good. Furious Dan is here for $2, says we need an anti-Karen law against feminists. I genuinely think that it's time for this. Like, it really is time to start making some custom bespoke laws that tell entitled white women that they don't actually have the rights to assault and harass random strangers with their fucking opinions to power them, because they really are just trying. It's getting worse, even though they are all memed on the internet endlessly. They don't seem to be discouraged.
I know they went on a big tear. It seems about a decade ago. It seems like when they started saying mansplaining every fucking 5 minutes. But
oh God, yeah, I heard AJ Lee say that on WWE.
Right, I know that was kind of the cringiest part of it all.
Fucking annoyed. I was really happy to see her again, and then she said that, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, they're gonna let Punk and AJ be woke now, aren't they? Fuck. WW woke. Please, God, no.
Yeah.
Don't want to see that.
Entertainment.
We can talk about the Karen feminist a little bit. We can talk about the baseball Karen, Phillies Karen, or whatever the hell you guys call her. Hold on a minute. We got more related to that.
Yeah.
No, Justin says, stop showing Alyssa. Her face gives me diarrhea.
Nice.
Conjunctivitis or something, like pink eye you got going on there. You get it from looking at fucking hideously ugly nonsense feminist bullshit. Yeah. And then Furious Dan told me to check my DMs, which I did, and there are some memes. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at these things. But first of all, might as well just cover the freaking story. I wasn't gonna, but we can, because, you know, that's the way the show is. You know, these guys drop super chats and say they want to talk about this. That is the point, isn't it? Exactly. So there we go. We have a video. We can go ahead and take a look. Now, obviously, I think everybody and their mums has seen this at this point, but
in a world filled with Jews and Muslims.
Whoa!
Oh, no.
I didn't know there was a narration on this. We don't need that. We don't need that. Anyway, whoever made this video can shut the fuck up for a second while we talk instead, and let's try not to just immediately go straight down the fucking Jews versus Muslims rabbit hole. Like, who made this? Fuck, it was Ryan, wasn't it? Anyway. So this guy's obviously trying someone else's coverage. The guy hits the fucking baseball. It goes into the stands, and the usual applies, right? If you get the baseball, you get to keep it, right? Yeah. As far as I understand it, that's the general policy. This guy, it gets there at the same time as this fucking woman, and he manages to get it first.
Yeah.
Right? It lands next to her, but he runs over and gets it. And fair enough, frankly. You know why? Because he's got a kid over there who probably thought his day was, and apparently it was the kid's birthday too, right?
Right.
From what I understand. So he manages to grab it and he gets it for the kid. And wait, I thought they were trying to zoom up that woman's skirt for a second there. So this bitch is really, really pissed off that she didn't win the ball fair and square from the tussle, from the group. There were other people there who also didn't get the ball.
Right.
Right, and this is established quite firmly, as far as I'm aware, in America as fair game, right?
Tends to be.
If someone else gets there first, they grab that ball and they run. They've got it. It's theirs.
Yeah.
Right. Now, like I don't know how fair that technically is, because I think in some aspects of it, it's like, well, it did land in front of her, but she wasn't fast enough.
I mean, it was a row in front. He's in the same row, so I mean.
Oh right, was it? Oh, yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so he had just as much claim to it as she did.
Yeah. Seemed
right?
like it hit like an empty seat area.
And of course, we're going to get into it in just a second, but there is also the simple, very simple overriding fact of this that I can see, which is it's a fucking baseball. All right. Now, you might think you can get it signed, you can sell it or something like that. Or this dad, this fucking Chad father decides he's going to get it and he's going to give it to his little boy for his 12th birthday.
Yeah.
That's a dad right there. In my book, that's a decent freaking father. That's a great dad, right? Ran into a group of scrubbling people.
Foul balls are for his kids.
Exactly. That's what they're meant to be for kids, not for fucking adults who are well, we'll see, of course, in a minute. Anyway, they were the away team too, right?
Oh, good God.
So here comes Karen. Here comes this woman who has now run up the aisle after him, or run up the row, and grabs him on the arm and tells him, and I don't know if we'll try the voiceover for a second. We'll see if it.
From 4 seconds ago, she's made her return, and the dad gets jump scared.
No, because you can hear it anyway. If you watch the actual clip, you can hear her going, "You stole it from me. It was mine, my ball. You stole it."
Yeah, and she wants to do that in front of a 12-year-old kid and take it off of him.
Yeah, and then she succeeds too. So, okay, first of all, this guy looks rattled as fuck. That's a bit embarrassing for him. But at the same time, he has thrown his fists up and then sort of like put them down a bit. So maybe that's what his reaction is there. She is being crazy aggressive. And he's like, yeah, it was there. I grabbed it and I gave it to my son for his freaking birthday. Look. And she's like, you stole it from me. You stole it from me. And she won't shut up and she won't leave him alone. And she keeps going on and on and on and on and on and on and on until eventually the dad basically just decides that he's had enough of having to listen to this fucking crazy woman. So he does what I suppose he probably thinks is a reasonable thing to do, which is probably not. And he actually just takes the ball off his kid and gives it to her to get her to shut the fuck up and bugger off. Pretty sad, right?
Yeah.
Fine. You have it. Goodbye. And there she goes back to her seat. Like and there's the kid, and he's like, that's disgusting behavior. You literally stole a toy from a child.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking abysmal.
I love the look on the daughter's face, like looking at the Karen, and she's just like, what a fucking loser.
Yeah. Well, they seem to all be together, actually, the four of them, I think.
Yeah.
So this is other.
I know the story. I've seen the interview afterwards. That is the guy's daughter, and the kid's sister.
Right. So basically, I think even though they are playing, I don't know what the other team are called again. I can't remember because I'm not that familiar with the baseball teams of America. But they're the away. They're the visiting fans, right?
I think it's Mariners. Yeah, it's
Mariners. That's it. Yes. So anyway, someone comes along representing either the arena or the team or whatever, and to make up for it, gives the kid a pack of goodies, like branded, signed, maybe team merchandise to try and make it up to him. And the whole fucking crowd erupts in like raucous cheers because absolutely everyone in the world is sick and tired. I think he even got a bat out of it. Which then
this was
by the guy
like afterwards. This was probably the bat that hit the ball.
It's Florida Marlins. Okay, not Mariners. Okay,
I saw now.
See, I don't fucking know. And neither do you.
I don't know anything about baseball. I live here.
I mean, if I was in America, I might be into baseball because it's it's a decent sport, but I don't really give a fuck. But anyway, the kid gets all this free stuff, and then he gets his bat signed at the end of the day. So it's a good thing. But basically, everybody in the whole world is focused on this woman, who is one of the most hated people in the world today at the moment. Probably not as hated as the guy that stabbed the innocent Ukrainian woman on the train, and that's fair. That's totally fair. Like, that guy should be strung up. But this woman now, people apparently already found out her name. They found out her address. They found out where she works. And they did all kinds of stuff. Used to work. Yeah.
Well said, John.
Yeah. Did she get like the axe as a result of this then? Oh. That's really
my
bad.
understanding. So yeah,
Right. I mean, it's hard to get facts in this, but there is oh yeah, right. Okay, I see what James Op you've done there, right? So we're getting memes sent to us. There have been quite a few. This one looks pretty. Oh my god, they've made her look positively ghoulish. But anyway, let's get to the super chats because John Grant is here for $5. Thank you very much for that. Says literally nothing. You know what? $5. Just slapping it down. I'm going to give you a loco.
Drop it.
That's right.
Yeah, buddy. And James Op for $2 says check the M related. All right, we will do that just in a second. I've got now a bit of a queue of DM'd memes, so just bear with me a moment and we'll get to it. Thank you. All right, so this one was sent to me from Furious Dan. They need to make an anti-Karen law. She caught the internet's rage. I can't imagine that's a real picture, is it? If that's a real picture of her,
I think it might be.
Oh, mate, I don't know. I thought the story would just die, you know, because it's just a Karen, but apparently it's a big time Karen that everyone is really angry.
But if this is a Dan original, my goodness, Dan, this is
very good.
Pounds. She caught the internet's rage like that.
That's what she caught.
That is great. Yeah, that's beautiful wordplay, Dan. You're getting better at this if you made this one. This is great.
We then go on to the next one that he sent, but before that, let me just go back to the video, make sure I'm not like revealing anything private. We got this one, anti-Karen law. Very nice. Very nice. I think that's a half decent logo. I think maybe we should have like a horrible coif of hair over it or something as well. That would be kind of funny. But then that's me. That's my style. And then thank you for them. And then we got this one from James Op that was sent, that came out from Savage 16th of May. Who did this? Lol, lol, lol. And it says Vice Cesarus, I guess is the maker of this meme, which doesn't appear to have any sound, but does display this woman looking like fucking Gollum or something.
Right? My precious.
Oh no, it looks like that kind of justifies the other image then.
Yeah.
So that is what she did. Is that what she actually did after she got it? Like smiled at it.
Did.
Like
Holy shit! That would be. I would understand her getting fired if that is actually what legitimately took place.
That's psychotic. She turns around and immediately face morphs into Gollum. My precious, I has it. The thieves, they stole it. Oh my god, fucking brilliant!
He does.
That is horrifying to look at. Oh, you sort of forget how monstrous Gollum's face is when it's superimposed on someone else's face. Like in the movie, you just get used to the look of him.
Right,
but when it comes out of nowhere on someone else, you're like, it always makes me jar a little bit, you know. There you go. To whoever did that and the others, thank you very much, guys, for sharing them with us. So then we have this one. Wait, where is it? I've lost it. Okay, so apparently internet sleuths, this is from Hindustan Times. Philly's Karen identified and fired from New Jersey school district job fact-checking viral claims. A woman dubbed Philly's Karen went viral last week after snatching a home run ball from a young boy during the MLB game between Philadelphia Phillies and Miami Marlins at Lone Depot Park. That's a fucking depressing name for an arena, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Fucking Hugh Dennis rocks up. Have you had a fall that wasn't your fault? Or we can save you money on your car insurance. Since then, internet sleuths have been working to identify her, leading to several false claims and mistaken identities. The first name widely circulated was Cheryl Richardson Wagner. Yeah, I heard that one. That was quickly debunked. I'm not the crazy Philly mom, but I sure would love to be as thin as she is and move as fast. And she says she's a Red Sox fan. Then the second name was Leslie Ann Kravitz, who many claimed worked as an administrator at the Hamilton School District. But that apparently is not true either. So no, apparently she doesn't work for the school. But and there we go. Then wait, one viral post read, breaking Philly's Karen speaks to the public, says she can't leave her home now because everyone's yelling Karen ball snatcher at her. Yes! Yeah!
There we go.
That's got to be a character name. We've got to use that.
That's Karen ball
We've got to
snatcher.
use that in the RPG. But, like a mid-level boss. And when I say mid, I mean all versions of mid.
Gassed up mid, yeah. She claims it's not fair how everyone is treating her. I think you'll find it's quite fair, because you know who's decided that it's fair? The overwhelming majority of the population who have witnessed it. And if that many people get together, they can't be wrong. That many people can't be wrong. That's a simple fact. So apparently that's not true though either. So apparently we know nothing about her, and everything that has been said has been debunked. So the hunt continues, ladies and gentlemen, for the Philly's Karen who stole a toy from a little boy. Scum. Full-blown scum in my book. Anyone got anything to add while we're on the subject of the Philly's Karen?
I mean, I didn't realize there was some kind of proximity rule. It landed within 2 feet of my seat. This is like a whole row in front of you. No, there's no.
I didn't think there was either. I thought it was, know, ball is in the stands. Whoever, made the best man win.
Yeah. Especially when it gets hit to like a fucking empty seat, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
you have no claim over any shit.
If it bats you in the head, then I think most people will let you have it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you
exactly spam a lot.
Make contact with if it makes contact with you, then it was meant to be, I suppose. But if it's just in an open spot, whatever, man. Like, have at it.
I mean, it's fucking dangerous trying to catch these anyway. These guys are very, very good at what they do. Those things move very, very fast, and they are actually quite dangerous. But if it lands next to you, wait, was that? I missed something apparently.
Oh,
okay. We'll have a look in a second. But first of all, Sardoc Spamfish for £10. That's some legit currency right there. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you very much.
Every single person of, that's intelligent, hardworking, ambitious, had dreams and goals, has abandoned England in the last 200 years.
I'm not sure what I missed there. Thank you for sending the £10. Says there was a similar situation last week where a tennis player handed a hat to a kid and some asshat snatched it. The interwebs identified him and ripped him and his company a new one. Good.
He was the CEO and he's actually been fired.
Really? Wow. Harsh, but fair. Don't act like a cuddle cow in the real world. Every single person around you has a phone these days, and everyone's looking to make a viral meme. So just don't act like a dickhead in public. It's not difficult, really. It's just the sort of new law and order, really, of things, isn't it? It's weird how but kind of nice how things have developed that way. So now, if you act like a piece of shit in public, you're going to get caught out and outed for it. And whether or not this woman has been identified or bothered in any way, shape, or form, she no doubt is aware that she is a laughing stock online. And by now her friends and family will know what she did and how she acted and will be telling her, well, that was bloody stupid.
I mean, just for the rest of her life, all she's going to receive is baseballs from people to be like, "We know."
Yeah. If anyone can find this woman and give her a baseball signed Karen, 10 million internet points immediately, and however many they want for the Hogwarts house of their choice as well. But thank you very much, Sardoc, for making us aware of that. Appreciate you, buddy. And that is a tenner. So
drop it.
Hey, thank you. Okay, let's have a look. James Op says, you missed my thread about this. Was the second link me and I assume that's Gigabear, not Figure Bear. but thank you. Sorry as well. Let me have a look. You've said, it seems you've said it again now. So let me get this on the screen and we'll take a look through it. Hold on. Okay, so started off with Stuttering Craig apparently. So said this picture is such a great metaphor for society. You have a dad hugging his son and an angry, lonely, insecure Karen interjecting, telling him that he's wrong and she's the victim. Yep.
Yeah.
Gigabear says, looks to me like dad snatched it after she had it in her hand and knows it. That's why he handed it back. Why do that otherwise? Probably hoped she wouldn't demand it back after he gave it to the kid. I don't know. I don't know if she had it in her hand. Kind of hard to say. James Up says she never laid a finger on the ball. She was mad because she was too slow, so she claimed it was in her hand to play the victim. There's not even a remote struggle for the ball when the dad picked it up there. She should not be grabbing people either. A quick way to fuck around and find out. Worked out for the guy and his families. They got to meet the player and a signed bat and a goodie bag. Yeah. So, can you hear it?
Yeah.
What did the lady say?
We brought you a small little bag.
What happened? And that was not nice or something. She said. Oh, they'll do anything for him. Bless him. Look at that. That's restoring your faith in humanity right there.
Oh,
you know, this nice lady's like, "Are you okay?" You know, sorry about that crazy bitch over there.
Right.
Couple days. Okay.
So it's coming up
somewhere in the lower quadrant of that shot, being
Yeah.
all dejected and even further pissed.
Seems we have another camera angle. Straight in there and gets it.
Yeah.
There's no chance she had time to pick it up.
It's in their row in an empty seat.
Here she is.
And the frumpy Karens
No.
there can't
Karens,
reach over. Yeah, cannot reach over the chair.
Didn't take it from her.
Enjoy your menopause.
What did that woman shout at her?
Let's go for it.
Somebody
she
heard that.
She probably called her something that we
Yeah,
can't say
probably.
on the show.
Probably. There it is again. Yeah. Maybe she like reached for it and it moved.
No, she's reaching. Look
She
where
ain't
her
fast
arm.
enough.
Look how long her arms are.
Yeah,
There's no
and he
way she
grabs
was anywhere
that.
close to that.
He grabs that shit
Yeah,
so
he just-
fast.
Boom. You know.
She done her
She's a
arm would
row up,
move.
and she's not even reaching barely past her knees.
There's at least a half a second there where he's got the ball off the ground and turning around, and her arms are still down there.
Yeah.
So she did have it in her hand.
Yeah, she's dangling.
Yeah, she's trying to reach it, and there we go. We got the signed bat from Bader, whoever that is.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that's great. That's
Like,
what we need.
Can you imagine, like, you're at your favorite sports team and
Yeah,
you get called backstage to be given some sign shit and meet the player?
I mean that is the best case scenario.
Of course, in
isn't
my
it?
case, it would be the driver.
Why golf?
No.
Oh, because you like racing.
Yeah.
All right.
That
Okay.
did actually happen, by the way. There was when Kimi Räikkönen was still racing, and he crashed out, and there was this massive Kimi Räikkönen fan in the stands, and like he was caught on camera, like little kid, like 7 or something, absolutely crying his eyes out. So they actually sent a Ferrari person up to go and get him and brought him backstage to actually meet Kimi Räikkönen and like
Oh, that's cool.
sit there and have a chat with him, and like because like he's called the Iceman, so like it's like that's the last person you'd expect to do something like that, and he did. So that was awesome.
I mean, it's a crying child at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, If the kid's not done anything wrong and they're crying their eyes out, someone's fucked up, you know, and something good needs to be done. If the kid's being a rat and that's the reason that they're crying is because it's their fault, then fuck the kid.
Yeah, just let him cry it out.
Anyway, we seem to have slow motion of it now.
Okie doke.
Yeah, look at that. See, he's grabbed it, and then she's moving to try and grab it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way she ever had a hand on that fucking ball. You look at the way their limbs move.
Yeah.
Like, he's got it already.
Yeah.
And she now moves to try and get
it.
Yeah.
Secured that.
She never had it. The other guy with her never had it. This guy got it and gave it to his son.
Well, it was in her aura field, you see.
Look, too slow, Chicken Marengo.
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
There you go. At the end of the day, the other guy was there first. He was faster. He got it. Boom, got it. Ah, yay.
Right.
My son's going to have such a lovely day. Not if I can help it.
I'm entitled.
Stupid slag. Give me my baby. Fucking whore. Anyway, there we go.
Yeah.
So 1.5 second clip slowed down to 6 seconds. He was right. She was wrong. You can see it in the vid. Then now we begin with the stuff that isn't actually true. Ironically posted by The Truth Always Wins. But hey, there you go. That's the internet for you. It is what it is. It is how it happens. That's really great, actually. Thanks for showing us that. Sorry I missed it the first time. Appreciate you, buddy. And we'll crack on. But there we go. I think that is us up to date for the super chats. DramaticaLaur says chicken what? Well, then you have to watch Red Dwarf. Because there you go. So there you go. That is, I mean, of course, that is justice. This bitch got the ball. Good for her. She got the ball. And what else? The ire of the internet for probably several weeks. Yeah. And the boy got to meet the player and get probably a lot of things signed.
Yeah.
So he also made out like a bandit compared to her as well. Just you know, and that kid's gonna grow up now. Yeah, that kid's gonna grow up now and be like, watch out for Karens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go.
That kid's gonna be street smart.
All in all, justice was done. And congratulations to everybody involved, including the Karen, because you get what you fucking deserve. So there we go. I think we'll move on from there. That was, I wasn't expecting to talk about that, but we can. All right, let's talk about some games and stuff. Or should we do Doctor Who? Do you want to laugh at Doctor Who first?
I mean, we are in Karen mode, so.
All right, let's have Dr. Karen then. Fuck it. This is barely a story. It's just that.
Yeah. I mean, that's Doctor Who in a nutshell these days. Like,
yeah. we barely have to even talk about this, but it is worth pointing out because we are the Doctor Who guys around here. So there we go. Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker and Mandip Gill are back apparently for the new Doctor Who adventure, The Return of the Doctor. Something that will never happen. Yes, they are of course talking about an audio adventure from Big Finish, and you know as well as I do, no one gives a fuck really about anything that these people do for Big Finish. If it's not John Pertwee, obviously, but if it's someone else like Pete Davidson or someone like that, or even, of course, Christopher Eccleston doing Big Finish now as well, then there's news. But when it's Jodie Whittaker and Mandip Gill, I think they're going to find out the hard way that nobody gives a fuck about this. So there we go. There is this is the second of 12 full cast audio drama adventures for the duo, and this time apparently they're going to be arguing with each other. Typical lesbians. I guess in the third part, one of them will rent a U-Haul and move out.
Indeed.
So that'll be pretty good. But
good to know, though, the TARDIS actually has a fully functioning U-Haul center on
it does.
One of the floors.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, they've got to do something with her, haven't they? What's great about this episode, according to Jodie Whittaker, is the exploration of Yaz being a bit more combative against the Doctor. Very often we're quite in sync, but for the Doctor particularly, getting challenged and having to justify certain bits of her personality is really good for her. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care at all. I'm not even going to watch the trailer. I am going to say, what the fuck is that thing in the middle of them? Because that appears to be a horse with lizard scales or snake scales.
A seahorse of sorts.
Is it a literal seahorse? Is that what it is?
Is it a horse between the land and the sea?
It might well be, mate. It could
I
well
actually
be
said
a
that,
horse
didn't
between
I?
the land and the sea. Return of the Doctor. Something that no one seems to care about and probably will not see the Doctor any returns. There you go. That wasn't too painful, was it? Anyone have anything to add to this before we fucking throw it under the bus?
No, I think much like the U-Haul situation, we can move on.
No, I think the bus is late.
Yeah, that bus should have come a long time ago.
Yeah.
But there you go. It's cringe. It's cringe and no one cares. So we can move on to another Karen. This one, there are a lot of Karens in this today. We can talk about Star Wars Outlaws.
Karen Gillan.
No, well, that's the one objection to the rule. Exception, I mean. So Star Wars Outlaws, if you remember, was a game. Is a
Karen's in space.
Nice. Yeah. Of course, everyone remembers Star Wars Outlaws because it was part of Ubisoft's absolutely atrocious 2024, where after they released Skull and Bones to very little fanfare, despite it being a quadruple A game with an $800 million budget, allegedly, they followed up with Star Wars Outlaws, which of course was a meme machine. There were just dozens of videos of this character, of course, Kay Vess, clipping through fences while trying to be stealthy, standing directly in front of bad guys that have no idea she's there. The hit detection was ridiculous. She's like punching stormtroopers and they're not reacting.
Jabba the Hutt fights for the rebellion.
Right.
God.
She drives a sand dune, speeder bike up a sand dune, gets off it, and then falls back down through it. Just absolutely hilarious and tons of memeability. And that was more or less the only thing people were saying about it, apart from one other thing, which of course relates to the character herself, which of course. Yeah. So, of course, the character herself was Kay Vess, who was made. Yeah, Cave Ass, who was made needlessly ugly, although they did try to feminize her a little bit before they finally released it. The original pictures of her, she basically looked very much like the wrestler Edge, aka Adam Copeland, who you may know.
She's more jawed up than I am. When
right?
they had that
a little bit like like John wearing a mop on his head, unfortunately, and she's got a bad case of spoon face as well, which is not very good. But ultimately, at the end of it all, it was just another one of those tales of hideously uglified female character. Especially when you consider that the actress who played her was a rather beautiful Latina lady by the name of Umberly Gonzalez. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but probably.
They tried to find the most appropriately, just shade of ethically beige.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, of course, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
I mean, here's the woman herself who actually voiced the character. She's fairly pretty, right? She's very pretty, actually. I'd say she's like a freaking 9 or whatever. And of course, they found that she was obviously not brown enough. But the other thing that they allegedly did was they tried to turn Kay Vess into a mishmash and combination of all possible races on Earth, so that she looked like she might be of any particular race, and in the end ended up looking barely human at all.
Is that why she's got 3 nostrils?
It does look like that, doesn't it? Yeah, actually. So there you go. There of course are a lot more images of her. Try to find some of the more really sort of ugly ones. Of course, a lot of them have been buried now. There's another picture of her. Now she looks white, then she looks Latin, then she looks Indian in some pictures. Here's another picture of her. Hang on, I'll put it on the screen. Quite hideous. She's got the original jaw, so you can see she's got the sort of I've just had the fat sucked out of my face look from Hollywood, along with a very strong chin for a woman.
Yeah.
You could poke your eye out with that.
Yeah, right. With all these things considered, then Star Wars Outlaws went on to be a colossal flop, contributing a long way in part to the eventual desolation of Ubisoft that was brought about mostly when Assassin's Creed Shadows came out and did no better. In fact, maybe a little better. But this was the second of 3 giant fucking bombs that were released by Ubisoft in 2024 to the beginning of 25, because obviously Assassin's Creed was delayed. We talked a fair bit about it. But now, evidently, there's one more thing that I forgot. Because, these so wearily often these trash games come out. Trying to remember all the things about one is quite difficult after a while. There was the legend of the save data.
Yes, where you spent extra money to get it 3 days early, and then all your time spent was wiped away because of the fucking update.
Because they had to patch it. They had to release a day one patch. That's just one more thing to Michael Lumber. Yeah, that's really good. There is just one more thing. You also ripped off your customers, you sons of bitches. Yeah. They of course released it with super duper editions and this and that, which gave people access 3 days early or 2 days early. I think it was 3 days actually, early access to the game, only for the game to again be so fucking broken and badly in need of patching that they had to release a day one patch. The only rub was anyone who had previously played the game would find their save data gone as part of the patch. It would erase their save data, and so they would have had no reason to have bothered spending that money in the first place, because they had no advantage or extra time or anything to show for the expenditure. So having to start
basically, they paid for a deluxe edition and ended up playing a demo.
Right.
That's it. Yeah, they paid for the deluxe edition and they got the demo.
Because your choices were to take the update or your game would no longer function. Because they were completely fucked. No ways about it. The only way that you could have avoided is if you just completely disconnected your system from the internet. And
because it would eventually update by itself anyway in the background. Most likely, most systems do that.
Right. And
so
I believe there
really
was,
had to not only go offline, but you'd also have to accept the broken mess of a game now permanently offline forever in order to keep you safe. Talk about slapping the customers in the face. However, it does appear that all the patches now have been, released that are going to be released. The game apparently does function now. It's nearly a year and a half later. Best part of a year and a half, more than a year and a quarter later anyway, certainly. And it's coming out for Switch 2, which way do you want to go with this? I've got a really good one to start us off.
This just in, a game I have no intention of playing is coming out on a console I have no intention of buying.
I don't really care, Margaret.
There you go. Yeah, that's it. So
corrupt game for a corrupt system.
This is it, isn't it? It's kind of the perfect match, though, isn't it? Because it's like normie fuel for uninformed plebs, who are
especially Disney Star Wars people and Nintendo people. There's got to be some kind of intersection there.
Definitely, there must be. I'm not saying everybody who owns a Switch 2 is also an uninformed pleb, but I am saying that a lot of them probably are, because if you're the sort of person who rushes out to give way too much money for not enough of an update to Nintendo, and then you turn around only for it to be released or updated with almost no games, and then the games that are coming out for it are all games that you probably already heard about, played, or saw reviews for a year earlier. And one of them is this shit show that even at its absolute best, I've watched people let's play through it and stuff, and the plot's crap, the characters are shit, the setting is boring, and the resulting ending is absolutely laughable. So don't bother.
Multiple Jabba the Hutt being the savior of the rebellion.
Jabba the Hutt, yeah. Yeah.
Kiss.
Is that not just one of the endings though? I did see that
one of them, yeah. But
you can be saved by Jabba the Hutt. Yeah. No. Ustabaluka Shag, you know? And I think completely stupid. So don't bother.
Jabba and a starfighter.
The only thing I will say is that the critics are here, of course, and now they're going to do their bit and once again shill like absolute morons for a game that they themselves have also said was a failure. Because you know, this is the cycle of being a fucking lying journo trash piece of crap. You know, for example, we have an article right here from Polygon that, you know, 2 months after the game came out, finally does the thing that they always do and acknowledges that it was in fact a failure. But when the game came out, of course, every article everywhere was going, this is the greatest game ever, Star Wars is back, blah. You know, and then a couple months pass, everyone hates it, absolutely everyone fucking hates it, by the way, and ultimately you now have it coming out again. So what are they going to do? Well, apparently it's an incredible pickup for Switch 2 owners. Yeah. MagesGuild for $2 says the sales strategy for big rigs is now standard. Yeah, exactly. Did you ever see Big Rigs? You probably saw the AVGN episode about it. That's pretty classic. It's fucking just a game where like the graphics are so ultra basic. There's no shading. There's nothing like that. And more importantly than that, the vehicles don't adhere to the terrain at all. You can just drive right through things. And in fact, if you reverse for long enough, you will approach the speed of light and leave the map behind you if you just don't let go of reverse. So big rigs. And that is pretty much the standard strategy now as well. It also makes it doubly funny that this is called an incredible pickup because it was a truck game. So, thank you, MagesGuild. So what do we got here? I've made no secret that Star Wars Outlaws didn't really blow me away back when it was originally released last year. Sure, as a product for Star Wars product for fans, it could easily please, as it featured some very well put together atmosphere with plenty of production value. This is just lying. You're just lying. Yeah. This didn't fucking happen. It was absolutely appalling. Mauler's video. Yeah, I saw that as well when he got saved by Jabba the Hutt. That's in the Discord now. But its lackluster gameplay wouldn't be enough to bring in those who weren't already enamored with the source material. After months of patches that brought a host of improvements that addressed player feedback, things might turn out different in regards to the game now that it's landed on Switch 2 for a new audience altogether. No, it's a lot of the same audience. Let's be honest.
Now, I remember what one of their improvements.
Hey, I can't hear you.
Oh no!
I can hear both.
I'll be right back.
Okay, well, Rhoda can hear me. In a stealth-based game, one of their many improvements was to completely remove the stealth elements.
Great.
Like this thing was so fucked all the way around. An incredible pickup though is probably the way that Cave Ass would describe herself on her Tinder profile.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries. These things happen.
So what were you saying?
I was just saying that one of their improvements back when this first come out was when they removed all the stealth elements.
Yeah,
in a stealth-based game.
Yeah, the whole loop was based around sneaking around.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So now it's a plastic Barbie of it.
Yeah, it says this is a somewhat watered down port of the otherwise good looking game. So they've nerfed the graphics a little bit.
Oh god, otherwise good looking?
Well, I mean, it never looked particularly good.
God,
really,
you know what? This is probably one of the few times though when lowering the res on it probably actually does make it look a little bit less unsightly.
Yeah. But
worse.
It's the fact that they have to, like, we're now here with the Switch 2, and they're talking about how games are still having to be watered down for it.
Right.
Yeah. It's now limited to 30 FPS. That's right. 30 FPS, I see in the chat. Which, you know, I'm never going to be that guy who shits on 30 FPS. I grew up playing on CRT in 144p. So, you know, I have like lower expectations than most, but yeah, 30 FPS for this game is ridiculous, considering what it was supposed to be. But it says it certainly looks somewhat worse on the system, but its overall performance is surprisingly stable. But that hasn't stopped, of course, the few shills among us as well from getting. Look at the original Star Wars Outlaws.
Is it an actual game this time, or another one of those fucking authentication token game cards?
Exactly. I don't even know. Is it actually on the fucking card, or is it just a code? Who knows? But we have here the original game came out and got, of course, 75 based on 89 critic reviews. But from gamers, it got 5.5, which is really bad for a game that is made by Ubisoft. That is a Star Wars franchise game. Quadruple A budget, years in development, 5.5 out of 10. That's based on 3,000 plus user ratings. If we now look at Gold Edition, which is the version that's coming out on Nintendo Switch 2, funny that they call it Gold Edition when they've nerfed the graphics and limited it to 30 frames per second. But hey, it's the games industry, guys. What do you fucking expect? We now have this.
Shine that turd, man.
This has a rating of 8 out of 10 based on only 35 user reviews at the moment. So, if you want to take anything from this, it should be no one cares because they're not reviewing the fucking thing, you know? So, yeah, there we go. Of course, it was released, 5 days ago now, which is more than enough time for user reviews to start building up.
And if it were actually anything of merit, you'd think we'd hear more about it. You know, people talk about Metal Gear still. It's been out a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, because it's great, because everyone's really liking it. Everyone's really enjoying it. No one cares that it's, you know, that it's not like changed enough of the game. Like, fuck no, that's not a remake.
That's the draw.
That's the point. Exactly. Yeah. It's the same fucking game. It just looks and plays better and sounds better. That's it.
Which is what we wanted with Final Fantasy VII.
Yes. Yeah. And everything else too. They did. Konami is the king of remakes of 2025. They did Suikoden 2 and 1 as well, and released both of them. And the only thing they changed was now you have better looking backgrounds and you can run in 8 directions. And the main character of Suikoden 1 now actually has a run animation instead of just walking very quickly. Other than that, they changed very little. They made it so that you can run all the time from the beginning. And that means you don't need to equip one of your characters with a pointless rune that then makes them useless in battle for the rest of the game in order to be able to run. Right. You can just run. So, you know, as it stands at this point, Konami's pretty undefeated when it comes to remakes because they actually do remakes.
The best remake I've played was Resident Evil 2, though.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's a reimagining technically, isn't it? Because they've completely changed the gameplay. But what they've done with it is really very loyal. It's very loyal to the original. They didn't change the story or things like that. So
precisely.
So that's why I'd say if you change the story, you've done a reimagining. So yeah, fair enough. I guess that counts as a remake then. But there you go. This just goes on to be a completely sycophantic pile of drivel talking about how everyone loves this game who played it. No, people are pissed off and they got ripped off. Shut up and stop lying. And again, it's just more cope about the fact that the Switch 2 still doesn't have any fucking games.
Right.
So big fat who cares. There you go. Anything to add?
No, I mean, this thing was a piece of shit when it first came out. Being on the Switch 2 doesn't really change any of that. You know,
No, it just turns it into a floater.
Yeah, that's more or less what it is. Yeah, a floater.
You know, console gaming at this point in time really is about self-consoling more than anything else because it's cooked.
It's cope. It's all cope. That's all we see now from console gamers, unfortunately.
Yeah, they
Just
are
a little
console gamers.
Yeah,
Oh, let me
console
console
yourself.
myself. Yeah.
There it is. All right, let's move on. You were talking about Resident Evil. We can talk about Resident Evil 5 remake, which, contrary to rumors and speculation that have been going on for what, 2 years or something now, Resident Evil 5 remake is not in development. Now, there's a lot
I'm
of
shocked.
there's a lot of
I
reasons
say.
we might. I mean, okay. On the one hand, Resident Evil 5 is the first HD generation Resident Evil game. Okay. So let's get that out of the way, right? That's the obvious cope answer that we're going to get if anybody asks Capcom about it. Well, why would we need to remake it? It's only, that's just fucking 20 years old now at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a lot of time.
15 years. So, yeah, you know what? 15 years old, I'd say probably not long enough to remake a game, but, that's me.
It's in the halo of acceptability, but
Yeah.
Unlike The Last of Us that has made 10 fucking versions.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
Over
Completely
20 fucking
outrageous.
years.
There's like 13 different ways to play those games. It's fucking outrageous. Yes, this is Boulder Puncher. This is the African one. This is the one that's more sort of an action co-op game than a horror. Certainly, I enjoyed it when it came out.
Zombies
I always
Serengeti.
did. Yeah, I had a great time with this. It didn't bother me. Me and my friends sat and played it over a weekend and had a great time with it. You do then therefore run into two other problems, which of course would be why Capcom would not go straight to the well. And that's not just that this is the first Resident Evil game that was released natively on an HD console, while all the others were PS2 era or before. It's the subject matter and one of the characters. Obviously, you have two big glaring issues. One being the fact that it already had its share of controversy in 2008 and 2009 when it turned out, because originally it was supposed to be Jill, I think, or that I'm not sure about, but I know that Shiva originally, or Sheva as she's called, was originally like a lot whiter than she ended up being in the game, and people said that it was racist because the zombies were all Africans, which means that most of them, if not all of them, should have been black.
Right.
They're in, I don't know what country they're supposed to be exactly, but I can't remember that. But obviously they are in the black center of the world, and the people there are being infected. So of course the zombies are going to be black, like they were largely white or Mediterranean looking when they were in Spain.
The only time in entertainment media history that they ever wanted to do a race swap of whites to blacks, or blacks to whites rather, like, please, please, don't you know Africa is all about multiculturalism. It's like, it's pretty segregated last I checked with history. It's I mean, that's Africa. It's the people who come from Africa are black. It's a very, very, very hot country. It's equatorial. Of course they are black. That's how science works. But the other problem, of course, then is that Sheva, as she is called and as she is in the game, is also hot. Yeah.
Fucking hot. Really, really, really fucking hot. In fact, they even gave her a tribal bikini costume that's on the thumbnail that you can get for her, so that she could, appeal a little bit more to the male gaze. So there she is in a tribal bikini, which even when I was like a young man and playing this and before all the woke stuff, I was like, well, that's really fucking exploitative, but who cares? Bikini.
To be fair, Africa is a hot continent, so I mean, you definitely want to be dressed down for something like that.
True. Anyway, again, the biggest problem is the fact that the woman herself is pretty. She's designed to be aesthetically pleasing and with quite a lot of success, frankly. She's fucking hot, If you look at a picture of her, you see pretty face. I'm trying to find one. Here's one from Reddit. So there you go. That's her face.
Days of gaming girls like Quiet and the like.
Yeah, she's pretty, right?
Yeah, we had some good years.
She looks like fucking Rihanna, actually. There's some angles of her face where she's in cutscenes and stuff.
Young Rihanna before all the pregnancies and whatnot.
Oh yeah. Like I'm talking about Rihanna as she was in 2010.
Yeah.
So it's like that's Umbrella Rihanna,
Yeah.
So she does. She looks like Rihanna. In fact, if I pull up this picture, hang on a moment. Yeah. I don't know if I can get the picture to come up. It's not very big. It's kind of a small picture, but that's Rihanna's face. That is basically. So she's particularly not that black either. Let's be honest. She's got fucking blue eyes, for the love of God, right? So there's the thing as well. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, she hot, and everyone agrees Shiva is hot. And that is potentially another big problem. So before we even look into the article, those are the two reasons I think Capcom is absolutely terrified to even touch this with a 10-foot pole. But what do you guys think?
I think you're pretty on point with that, but I'll let Rhoda start because I've been chatting. Go ahead, Rhoda.
All roads lead to racism. Yeah.
Indeed.
Go on, Rhoda. Oh,
yeah,
the bar, guys.
I mean, I think I think they are afraid of because there's such a cultural shift at the moment. I think they probably actually did start remaking it, and they were gonna wokeify it and uglify the characters and all that, and then they saw the cultural shift happening and just pulled the rug out from under it. They probably will start remaking it properly in about 5 years' time.
If they got any sense, we won't see this till 2030. Or beyond that, because you need time for the culture to have adjusted for long enough that they know that they're not going to be held up for not being woke anymore.
But there's also that as much as I just said how great Resident Evil 2 remake is, which it is, 3 and 4 not so much.
A
lot of complaints about both,
like with to your point about wait 5 years. Metal Gear Solid 3 is just the right age for bringing 21 years. The game is old enough to drink. So let's, have another round and just celebrate all that it was. So 20 years. If game is heralded as being something awesome and special,
old enough to drink, old
new
enough for
generation.
A remake, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. So according to a new leak, the Resident Evil 5 we're all asking for. I don't know that anyone's really asking for it either, though. Although I think just a port to modern consoles would be probably enough. But whatever, isn't happening anytime soon. It's claimed there is more positive news about Code Veronica remake, but it's a Chris Redfield-sized punch to the gut where an RE5 remake is cancelled. Capcom has delivered some sterling remakes in the last few years. Resident Evil 2's fully fledged remake blew everyone away, and while the Resident Evil 3 remake didn't reach the heights of the second game, was still enjoyable and appreciated by fans. Rhoda, I didn't play it, so you seem like you did.
The problem is with the Resident Evil 3 remake is it cuts out a lot of content from the original game. It's kind of almost censored to a degree.
Really? I mean, I know they put straps on Jill's top.
It's too short as well. And graphically, it's pretty good, but gameplay-wise, it's pretty good. But they just cut out a load of content, and it was too short, and it wasn't really the full game.
Right, I see. So they literally just removed a bunch of stuff. And that's why it's fucked up.
Questionable.
I hate when they do that.
What's there isn't bad. There's just not enough there.
Yeah. They also kind of changed Jill as well. A lot of people were, angry at the lack of Guna material in it. Not that I'm going to come down on them, because that's absolutely fine if people want to be able. I mean, she is dressed in a much more sort of sexy outfit in the original, and they changed that. They even put a shirt under her shirt.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that was just the censorship of the time.
Yeah. Look, I mean, people's mileage may vary on how annoyed they were by that.
It's weird thing these days how cleavage is more obscene the nipples.
Well, we can get to that in a little minute as well, actually, because Savvy's been hard at work for fighting on behalf of that. So the go-to leaker where Resident Evil news is concerned is back. Dust Golem, the ex-user, is adamant that the RE5 remake has not been greenlit at this time. So they're chicken.
Yeah.
I guess. They're chicken shit. I mean, is there a reason given here? A remake of the 5th game still years away. They need to focus on Resident Evil Requiem and Survival Unit, whatever that is, as the only confirmed games in development. Apparently, Code Veronica is ahead of schedule, though.
Well, that's what we want. Absolutely, in the style of RE2 remake, we want Code Veronica.
Yeah, I think most people would agree with that. That's the one on the ship, isn't it? Is that the one you play as Claire, right?
Yeah, that's the Claire one. I think it was originally on Dreamcast.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Isn't there one? There's one where you're on like a ship or something. Isn't there like a tanker or something?
Yeah, on the cruise or whatever.
Yeah. I can't remember. A long time ago. I barely played that one anyway. Yeah. Apparently not. But there you go. To me, this just smacks of burying their heads in the sand. And trying to avoid a potential can of worms with having to release a game where you shoot black people and the female character is, really hot. So if they change that, everyone is going to complain. But if they don't change it, the left are going to complain. But I think.
But here's the great thing about that: if you have to choose between one or the other group complaining. Though they may be loud and full of vitriol and just venomous piss, they don't actually buy these games to begin with. So,
no, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't play the games. They
irrelevant.
don't buy the games. They don't have any money, and they are only about 3% of gamers. So, go with the majority, as always. And speaking of censorship, then we've had this one that I saw Savvy talking about earlier on. Where this is from Genshin Impact. Now I don't really give a shit about Genshin Impact, to be honest.
Yeah, it's one of those gotcha games, right? Like
it's
trying
like
to get you
Breath of the Wild as a gotcha game.
Yeah,
it is mechanically almost a complete rip-off of Breath of the Wild, except that you have like loads and loads and loads and loads of unlockable characters and like collectible characters who are mostly doing about.
That's the funny one because like
anime.
Mm-hmm.
A load of people that I knew were playing it, so I downloaded it, but I've never actually played it. I've never even started the app.
Right, so I played it for maybe 3 hours in my life, and no, maybe longer than that, because I did play it on a console, I think PS4, as well as my phone, and I thought, just out of curiosity, because one of my employees was all into it and stuff like that back when I had a company. And he was going on and on and on about it. So eventually I was like, all right, I'll try it. I think I got to the point where like you start amassing new characters and then I got bored. I just never turned it back on again. And then months passed and I forgot it was even there.
Right.
So, but there you go. But some people really love it. And it seems that this character here, Lorma, don't know, has been censored. Although to what extent, I'm not sure, because it does appear that she's just holding some flowers. If you look at the picture, let me get the picture up, trying to zoom in or something, and we can go over it properly. So here she is in the original, apparently. And obviously you're going to notice there that she's got huge Dobon Honkaros. Let's get a 20 for some Dobon Honkaros. And in this picture, which is mostly the same, although they've cropped it as well at the bottom too, because at the bottom she's
she's got
her legs out
and
the dress goes all the way up. So there's that. In the second picture, much the same, but now she's got these mysteriously placed flowers, which at the time I thought she might be holding, like a bouquet, but actually they're just dropped on top.
Yeah, that is totally just PNG.
Mega lazy, right?
Yeah, because it doesn't even have. It's because it's not even a bouquet.
No.
Where's the stems coming out at the bottom of it? This is sloppy.
Yeah, And then they've cropped the picture as well, so you can't see her legs. So
Yeah.
I can understand why people are angry, although I did find that I felt like it was a good idea to ask what is the case with this, because maybe if they're just doing it for this promotional piece, when you get the game, she's probably the same.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know that at all. I can't really say. But it remains true that no one is more terrified of anything in gaming than the games industry itself is terrified of fucking cleavage. It's just some tits. As Savvy points out, imagine not being able to handle anatomical variation.
Right?
They insist all the time that this stuff is supposed to
In a
there's
waifu game.
this stuff is supposed to be representing people, but if you walk around, hell, even in Asia, where boobies are decidedly smaller, where I live anyway, not so much in Japan.
I was gonna say, yeah.
But
I know,
like,
I know a Japanese lady specifically who's quite
yeah,
busted.
Japanese ladies, they can have some huge titties, excuse me. But but in the part where I live, the people are mostly skinny and don't have much going on. My wife does, but you know, that's one of the reasons she's my wife. But anyway,
sorry,
yeah.
everything disappeared for me for like 25 seconds there.
Oh, we were just talking about tits.
We're talking
Asian
about tits. We're talking about Asian titties. You missed it.
Yeah.
It's over now. Anyway, no, it's not. The point is, if you walk around in the real world, no matter where you go, sooner or later you're going to run into someone with big tits. It's just part of nature.
Indeed.
People like short people, tall people, light people, dark people, flat-chested women, women with huge badonkadonks and tits.
And if you're really lucky, they'll run into you and actually accidentally bump into you with said big tits.
No lubber dubs for me. There we go. There we are. Anyway, pressing on then. Someone asked, strange, I thought Genshin Impact like money. Why would they deliberately be throwing it away like this? Apparently they had censor issues on release at the behest of China. It isn't that they don't want money. They think they are afraid to lose what they have. I think they're afraid to lose what they have. None of it makes sense. Apparently Loma is, or if that's her name, is one, or Lauma, I don't know, is one of the more revealing characters, more so than some that were censored at launch. It doesn't make any sense. Might. Absolutely would. And then we go on with that. It's just basically the problem that make absolutely no freaking sense. Like, for example, when MacroArt points out here that no cleavage is one of the most common rules in platform policies. Policies are enforced by the letter, not by spirit, which is why gratuitous cleavage isn't allowed, but reverse bunny girl costumes are. No rules against specifically that. So that would be a woman who is completely covered up except for her tits and vagina. So there we go. Then we have a picture here of this this witch character with, you know, pointlessly huge tits. Does this really appeal to anyone? Because it does nothing for me. I'm just like, well, that's just stupid.
No, that's just comedy.
Yeah,
a bit over exaggerated.
That's just bonkers. I'm not into thick anyway, so you know. Oh, there we go. Offended over pixel booba. Pathetic. It is bonkers that games like Stellar Blade can do so very, very well, and yet other games still don't get with the program.
Yeah.
Interesting. But we can continue on then. More censorship. More bloody censorship. This time it's Nexus mods again.
Oh, imagine that. Nexus mods censoring someone.
I know. Except it's a little different from before, because the Nexus mods did say that they were going to loosen, you know, their grip on moderation and censorship to a certain extent, just in time for the UK to go on the fucking warpath and decide that they want everyone in the world to be censored at all times. So as always, fuck my country, fuck the Prime Minister, fuck anybody who enforces this. It turns out this person got banned. The Vogelman got banned from Nexus mods because of UK laws regarding minors. It turns out we have this character from Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Now, this has obviously been massively censored for us. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm very glad to hear it. because this is just a naked woman, from what I can tell.
I saw the word futa, so
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So you see the 3 sensor bars. One of them is pointing down.
Yeah,
So there's something dangling between.
Probably a futa hanging out there. Yeah. So, yeah, this is someone who's trying to create a big titted tranoid. Not interested, thank you. But the thing is, they that's not why they were censored.
No,
that's not actually why at all. The reason that was given is because they have uploaded content deemed illegal by English law, indecent depictions of minors. Now, I'm not putting that picture back up, but if I were to put that picture back up, I would suggest to you that there are not many minors with huge tits and cocks.
Right.
But let's just ignore the tranoid stuff for a second and focus on the fact that they're trying to say that this character we just looked at for a second is a minor. I'm thinking that's not a minor, mate.
Yeah.
It might have a very young face because that's anime, but a minor? Pretty ridiculous if you ask me, right? What do you guys think?
Also, it's a drawing.
Again, yes, that's kind of where I stand on these things. Like, and clearly, it's like I'm not really into Fuda shit, not even slightly. But
no,
but I do have this kind of weird thing where it's like, I think that modding is for everyone, and as long as you want to have your shit, I can have my shit. I could really give 2 shits less about what your specific milieu of I want to put that in there is. But this whole thing about depictions of children and media. Tifa's a teenager. But
Tifa's 20.
Yeah. And number one, generally, yes, they usually are wrong and off base.
She's 20 years old. It's in the manual.
Their projections. Right.
He's 1 year younger than Cloud. Cloud's 21.
But also, again, these are fictional fucking characters. They don't even have an age.
There we go. And we have this meme here from Moriarty Ludwig. It says, Keir Starmer, help and defend the mass of children or censor speech to protect children. Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Yeah. He has certainly not done anything to stop the mass, of children. In fact, he's effectively tried
to cover it up.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why it says help and
they've
defend.
actually censored the people that are speaking out against protecting children.
Indeed.
Put them in jail.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, mate, it's getting really bad now, isn't it? I mean, look, I don't want people to really enjoy futa content. I really don't. If it were my world, no one would. No one would have ever even considered that as a viable option. But it's not my world. It's the world that we live in. And in the world that we live in, some people are into that for whatever reason. And they should have the right to be able to have whatever the hell they want on a piece of software that they own.
Right.
Without some fucking internet Karen showing up and wagging the finger and saying, no, you can't have that. It's childish and stupid and just, it's the same problem, isn't it? Like, it's the old problem of I don't care what goes on behind closed doors.
Yeah. And I always fall back on this whole thing too, where it's like, if people are getting their kinks through a virtual means, then that's actually probably protecting society at large, because they can just have their proclivities scratch that itch in a way that doesn't involve anyone else.
I mean, that is supposedly what the argument has been time and time and time again against people like Jack Thompson and the other fucking moral Puritans who tried to ban games like Grand Theft Auto for saying, you know, oh, this is going to cause violence. This is going to make people run through the streets with guns and blah, blah, blah. Never fucking happened. If anything, it takes people who are in a really, really, really bad mood and gives them an outlet for it that they don't actually have to take out on real people. Now, it's not an exact science. I don't know that allowing people to experience deeper and deeper levels of degeneracy is necessarily good for the brain. But I also think that at a certain point, an adult human, male or female, should be reasonably trusted to be able to maintain their own fucking
for themselves.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there are some things that you just don't click on, you know, when it comes up, like certain categories that you avoid like the freaking plague, right? Because you probably have some, if your parents did any kind of good job raising you, you probably have a little voice in the back of your head, call it a conscience, that that tells you, yeah, probably shouldn't be going into that.
Yeah. And as a guy who worked in multiple porn shops over the years, you know,
I put a pound in the jar, guys.
Right. Well, I mean, you know, it's time like I can honestly say that, yeah, proclivities come in all different socioeconomic class brackets and everything like that. Like, people are into weird shit, regardless how much money they make or how straight laced. In fact, honestly, people that are well to do,
very often worse.
They, generally get some of the more crazy shit. So, yeah.
Boom. Fucking hell. Hello, people. Hello, everybody. Yes, you're absolutely right. I'll get to these in just a second. First, I have to update the blue bar because it doesn't update itself, and I don't know how to make it update itself. So I'll have to get rid of it for a second. This is one of the few times that, having worked in a porn shop or the porn industry or anything along with them, is actually relevant to the conversation. So I'm not actually having a go, because it is true. No. People have their kinks. They do. It's weird, but it's true. I mean, and you're right. The more upper class people get, the weirder their kinks get, generally speaking. And I reckon it's because they really, more likely than not, have had more access to the normal stuff than people who can't afford much. So they get slightly desensitized and go looking for more and more thrilling weirdness.
As we've learned, to the extent, and this goes throughout history, to the extent of actually buying children.
Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
So maybe focus on that issue.
Yeah, everybody go and listen to Yes.
Deal with reality.
You both talked at the same time there. I didn't really hear anyone, but
yeah, go ahead, Rhoda. Sorry.
What were you going to say, man?
Oh, I was agreeing with John. I think we must have a bit of a lag. I was agreeing with what John was saying and adding, after this, everybody should go and listen to Yes by Manic Street Preachers.
Oh, right. Yeah. You've brought that up before, I think, actually. Yeah. Fair enough. There's just sort of an element of you guys can get, I don't fucking know. Like, who gets laid? Hot people and rich people, right? Who gets the most? The hot and the fucking wealthy.
Yeah.
So when those people get tired of normal stuff, they tend to go looking for
take
weird
a trip
stuff.
to an island.
It's randy if they go to a certain island.
The coast of Disney.
Oof. Very bad indeed. Anyway, let's get the fuck away from this topic as far as we possibly can, actually, and say thank you to Rhoda for 5 memberships. Yeah, buddy. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you. Go green, guys, for the princesses. And we are, well, now what? 6 1/6 of the way.
I mean,
something.
Dude, look at all these 5s.
1/8 of the way. Huh?
5 gifties, 55. We got a Yahtzee.
What?
Is that not $55.55?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got 5 gifties? That's 5.
Yeah, 5. Why is that a Yahtzee?
Whoa. Because have you ever played Yahtzee?
Oh no, I thought you were talking about internet jargon. I was trying to figure out where that ties into the third round.
He's actually talking about the
actual
dice game.
Yahtzee, for fuck's sake. Not the person who makes videos on the internet and not the Germans in World War II. Right? Okay.
Yeah, but oddly enough, I was going to bring up today is 9/9, and 9/9/99 was because we mentioned Dreamcast stuff earlier. That was the day the Dreamcast launched.
I've never played Yahtzee and I know nothing about it.
I've never played it, but I understand that it's a dice game.
Yeah.
Right. What, you have to roll like matching numbers then?
All right, so you either get all fives, and that's a Yahtzee, all five being the one thing, or you can get like it's kind of like poker but with poker dice. So two kind, four row, like four of a kind, full house, a straight. But the Yahtzee
fascinating. We have Yahtzee then, guys. Thank you very much. We also have passed the halfway point on the bar. Thanks to Rosie, who gifted $20. I'm just going to round it up. It says, I can get you to halfway at least. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
I bet you can.
And thank you very much for that. Appreciate you.
Money, print money, cash, money,
wealth,
capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash,
money, wealth,
capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us local names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
I got this new anime plot. Basically, there's this high school girl, except she's got huge boobs. I mean, some serious hunkers. A real setup of donkers. Packing some Doban hunkeros. Massive da hunka bankaloos. Big ol' Tanhangera cougars. What happens next? Transfer student shows up one day with even bigger Bankhanaga hoogs. Humongous hungalamga nonologangas.
Love it.
Yeah.
You love to see it. Yep. You love to see it. Do we see you singing along, Rhoda? Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, it is what it is. All right, let's crack on with a little bit more news and various other things that are going to be coming out and what we can be talking about. And if you guys are so inclined, help us fill up the bars and we will extend the stream. We will keep this stream going all night if have to. So there you go. Otherwise, you've got about half an hour. So let's see. We can talk a little bit about Silksong. Let's talk about that. Because this has come out and, well, kind of blown up massively, very, very quickly. Even more than the original, I'd say.
Boosh, just so you know, any game can be a gambling game. Any game.
You bet your ass.
You bet your ass. uafomega for $11.11.
Make a wish.
I don't fucking know anything about Yahtzee. Says what's 6666? I don't fucking know, John.
I got nothing on 6666, but 1111's like, that's Make a Wish and Twin Flames and all this kind of weird,
Okay. What's 6969?
A double good time.
Drop it.
Yeah. 69. What's 99.99?
Generally what consoles used to sell for.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the 2 year afterwards price tag. Yeah. Not anymore, baby. Not in this day and age.
That's right.
Not
now prices go up as your consoles get older. What the fuck?
5 fucking years later, 8 years later, and the original Switch is now more expensive than it was when it first launched. What the fuck? Outrageous. There we go, guys. There we go. A 99 sticker flake in it. Oh, only a Brit's going to get that joke. But yes, absolutely. Very good.
Do you want to flick in that, love?
doesn't mean driving is inherently based around gambling. That is a good point. Fair enough. Fair enough. Some things are trying to make you gamble. Others, I mean, I personally have a long tradition of playing a Royal Rumble drinking game every year, which is a form of gambling because we place bets for drinks on certain people we believe will definitely be in the Rumble, and then we call out random names when the countdown starts
and things like that. Yeah,
and then we have like who's gonna, how long will they last, and of course who will win. But just to make sure that we all get to have some sizable quantities of alcohol, we also have like three safety names that we're fucking certain will be in it, you know. So there we go. Although I haven't played it in a long time because I don't have anyone to play it with anymore. Because also it takes place at like 9 o'clock in the morning my time, so it's like really not appropriate. But there we go, guys. Thank you for that. Appreciate you guys for filling up this bar as far as you have, and we'll see how far we can get. In the meantime, Hollow Knight Silksong has come out and apparently hit 5 million players in the first 3 days. Now that, of course, is quite a fucking towering achievement, big if true. The problem, of course, is how is that defined? And I'm not here to shit on anybody having a really good time playing Silksong, because I know a lot of people are. For example, SteamDB has the all-time peak at 587,000 players, which is fucking a lot. That is a lot. That's very high. That is more than, like, I can't think what it's more than. It's more than most things we'll get when they come out. I'm so used to counting like games like Dragon Age Veilguard that managed to get up to about 80,000 at one point and then fell off a cliff. But this 587,000. The other extreme, of course, would be Black Myth Wukong, which was at over 2 million on Steam. And then, of course, you've got your pathetic ones like Dustborn, which is like sub 100 and stuff like that. But there you go. A Silksong, and this actually lends credence to the idea that there are several million people playing it, because, you know, it's quite a lot of people. Now, I think 5 million might be a little bit lofty, though, because you've got 3.9 million owners estimated by VG Insights, which is the high bar, like the real high bar. And more often than not, it's somewhere between Gamerlytic and Play Tracker, which would be 3 million. Which would still be fucking great, you know, and more in line with the kind of demographic splits that we see between Steam and other platforms. But whatever, for the sake of getting through this,
as well. Is this on Game Pass as well? Maybe that's where they're.
That is a good question. I actually have no idea.
That's where I was going to go with this. Is that estimate just for Steam? Because I know fans of like the original Hollow Knight.
This is Steam.
Steam is a tenth of their overall claim.
According to this, it's like, well, it's 11. Nearly 12%.
Yeah. But it's like most of the I know a few people who are like massive fans of the original Hollow Knight, and
loads of people are.
They would most likely be playing it on the Switch.
Right. Very difficult to measure then. And I could see that. I don't actually know what it's on in terms of its platform releases. Hang on. Let me just look and I'll find out. Apparently it is on Linux, Mac OS, Nintendo Switch 2, PS4, PS5, Windows, Xbox, and Xbox Series X and S. So Xbox One and X and S. That's a lot.
Pretty much on everything then.
That's everything, yeah. Absolutely everything. I don't know if it's available through... I mean, the other thing to remember, of course, is a lot of people play on PC using Xbox. So I don't know if that's the other question, of course, then is it on Game Pass? Yes. So that 5 million starts to sound like a lot more.
Yeah, whenever I see the word players, I now just kind of like, all right, this is a fudge number.
Well, that's the thing.
They're not going to say sales. Yeah, there's a difference between players and sales.
I mean, good guys at Sandfall Interactive, when they hit a milestone with Expedition 33, they said, 33.3, what was it? No, 3.3 million or 3 million sales.
Yeah. In
Of the
33
game
days or something
in
like that.
33 days. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. So there we go. That's pretty fucking great. Apparently, it is going right now for only £16 in the UK. So that explains it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it is hitting right on that cusp of it's a $20 game stateside. So $20, you're willing to try something, even if it's not necessarily in your normal wheelhouse of things that you're giving interest to.
Apparently, it is 615 pesos in the Philippines, which makes it about $9.
Nice.
Wow.
£9, actually. About $10. In let's see. In British pound, 1675. Euros, 1950. What else? Blah, blah, blah. Where's the US? Where's the fucking US? Oh, it'll be near the top, probably, right? Oh no, US dollars here, $20, yeah, 1999. All right, so when you count in all of the things, the popularity of the original, the low price, the fact that it's on everything, including Game Pass, now we have a reason to have more belief that 5 million players might be achievable.
Yeah.
Of course, the other problem is that is an astonishing amount of people. That's double what Black Myth Wukong got, and that was with China backing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, 5 million players, although saying that was just Steam, so it's probably a lot higher than that too on other platforms in China. But 5 million players, yeah, okay, quite possibly. The problem is, what is the metric? Like, what counts as a play? Like, is it 5 million people who own the game? Probably not. 5 million people who've played the game once? Probably. 5 million people who've played the game at any point for any number of times. Because then
I entered into the title screen.
Yeah, I loaded up the game and closed it again 5 times. Does that count as 5 plays or 5 players? You know. So anyway, Hollow Knight Silksong hit a total of 5 million players in just 3 days, according to new data. The Team Cherry hit has been one of the most highly anticipated releases, with over a 6-year wait between the game's initial announcement and its release. While it was always expected that Hollow Knight Silksong would be highly successful, having been one of the most wishlisted games on Steam, the data shows it is still staggering. Hold on. So we can see the wish list of it as well somewhere, I think, on Steam DB. It is number 1 in wish list activity. Number 3 in top sellers. All right, it is starting to, sound like, we are looking at a lot of people picking it up, even if they haven't played it yet. So
again, $20 game.
In no way am I trying to like shit on it. Like, I know when we talk about this kind of stuff and then say the numbers are fudged, usually that comes with an air of because the game sucks, because the game is woke or whatever.
Right.
Now, obviously, I'm not going to say that about Hollow Knight. People are loving it. I just wanted to understand how we arrived at that number.
Right. Because there's semantics. Because right here it says sells 3 million copies on Steam. Again, that is sells 3 million copies, not
that's not
3 million players.
Because otherwise we would have seen the number go up to 3 million on Steam DB. When as it stands right now, it's only at 587. At the same time, obviously, that's at 587,000 at once. Right? That's not everyone who's ever played it. That's the peak simultaneous player. Yeah. Whereas 24-hour peak right now is 467 consecutive players, and I suppose you could realistically add these two together and assume very kindly that they're not the same people.
Right. Shifting time zones and all that.
Yeah, and a lot of them are going to go to bed and others are, but there's going to be an awful lot of overlap. But even if you were to add these straight wholesale on top of each other, it still wouldn't be 3 million. But whatever. Anyway, it's again, I'm not trying to shit on the game or really even cast that much doubt. I'm just curious because it's an event, that's sort of happened. Now will be something we'll have to consider when we are looking at how other games perform. You know?
But yeah, the game is only 20 quid, and
It's
B,
loved.
like the fans that I know are like massive fans of the original.
Yeah.
So I really don't have any problem believing this.
Yeah, no. But again, I think this is just a clarification on the difference between sales and players. Yeah.
Yeah, we really like. There should be some kind of way for us to get more clear data on that, like how many copies have actually been sold versus how many people are playing. But that I mean, we've got that on Steam, but that really needs to be like cross-platform.
You can dig it up from PlayStation to some extent by looking at trophy unlocks and things like that. Like, God, let me see if I can find it. Unlocked trophy. Let's see. What is the freaking website that I can't think what it's called now? Is it PSN Profiles or something like that? That shows you how many people have actually played a game, how many people have unlocked a certain trophy leaderboards, games, trophies, Discord. Let's have a look. I'll see if I can find what's going on with this Hollow Knight Silksong. Let's have a look. Fuck it. Okay, says 9,000 game owners, 8,000 recent players, 58,000 trophies earned. Well, that's quite a lot lower than I was expecting. So equipped your first tool, 88%. What's the highest? 89%. Bound your first silk skill. Okay, so that's how many people are apparently playing it, but then you can't be really sure because, again, you don't know how many people have bought it versus how many people are playing it. So it's fucking unfortunate, but you'll never really be able to get any reliable data. Still, I'm not surprised that it's sold really, really well because according to this, on Steam alone, it's sold over 3 million copies, generating over $50 million in estimated revenue. And Alinea states part of the hype was due to how sporadic marketing and teasers for the game were. In comparison, Silksong sold double the amount that Schedule 1, Peak, and Repo, the other top indie hits of 2025, managed combined. 858,000 for Schedule 1, 332,000 for Peak, and 253,000 for Repo. The top markets on Steam were the US and China, which mirrors most PC hits, with Russia, Japan, and Brazil around the top 5. PlayStation, 30% of the players from North America, 14% from East Asia, but that's because they don't have any presence in Southeast Asia because you can't open a PSN account from the Philippines. In fact, I think if you want to, you have to open a Hong Kong-based account and lie about what country you're in. Support Lake. Thrived on mystery, announcing a release just 2 weeks ahead of launch, which seems to have paid off. That does always work.
I think
a very short release window. Go on.
Yeah, I do also think the fact that this is a sequel as compared to those other games they're mentioning. Those were first runs.
Yeah, it's a sequel to an incredibly beloved game. Yeah.
So yeah.
Plus price, plus the high quality reputation of the original affecting the fact that it is a sequel.
Right.
So there we go. It does seem that they've really knocked it out of the park. I've seen a bit of Smash JT playing it, and it does look really good. Like I want to play it at some point when I am not done with, when I am done with Metal Gear Solid, which I don't know how long that'll be because I haven't even been able to touch it in the last couple of days, and I've been on my own. So, so there we go. Still good for them, and
out of context.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just nice when games come out that are actually fun and people want to play.
Yeah.
and they're not ripping you off or trying to, trick you into spending money you don't have or blah, 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 blah. And it doesn't really help the fact that it's on Game Pass, though, because then you don't know how many people are actually going to play it. But then again, a $20 game like this is kind of made for Game Pass. I just don't know why they insist on releasing it on day one. Just wait like a week and make more money.
Right.
It's crazy. Game Pass is destroying consoles. And it's not only Xbox, of course. PlayStation are also in the middle of destroying their entire reputation by eliminating their exclusivity ties. and the PlayStation 6 looks dead on arrival.
Yeah,
by most people's comparison.
Yeah, it's weird because like the issues are compounded by games either cost too much or too little to actually
too little for free. Yeah,
right. So yeah, and the only people that are suffering out of this are actual devs that are kind of being put in the middle based on the factors of just kind of the market and the way that it's trying to push them to either give their shit away for free and just basically be in a Netflix model to where ultimately they're gonna, if they have something that hits, there's probably still not going to be able to generate enough actual profit. They can do revenue spinning, but they'll ultimately just get bought up by Microsoft or some other larger corporate entity that will look at them as a viable property for them to own because they mined them, or they're making these games exorbitantly priced for reasons. So
fair enough.
Yeah, I think if like I say, $20 to $50 is the sweet spot of where you want to price things at. I would say you go
pretty
over 50
much,
and it's if you go under 20, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Anyway, then PlayStation 6. Does anyone care about PlayStation 6?
Fuck no.
I mean, I care about not caring about PlayStation 6, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I care about the fact that no one cares.
Yeah.
To me, that is interesting because it's PlayStation.
Yeah.
With the exception of Nintendo being what Nintendo is and how long they've been around, PlayStation is more or less the brand for gaming. For most sort of contemporary adult gamers. Or was anyway. Now it's PC. Absolutely.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, I am like I do mostly play on PS5 or Switch, but next gen I am just going PC because there's no point anymore. There's no like apart from like obviously the Nintendo franchises. Apart from that, there's no like proper exclusives. There's no reason to like stay with a particular console. You might as well just get a PC that is good enough to play games and just play your games on that. And do you know what? Still buy the Sony controller because that's the most comfortable.
Yeah, it's my favorite as well. That's one thing I will say for Sony is their controller is the best as far as I'm concerned. But
yes, you're absolutely right there, John.
Yeah.
Let me do the same thing.
Yeah, I got a Cyberpunk sticker on it.
I'm still using a DS4, but I've got one here.
Yeah,
well, I've got.
Anyway,
I got that one.
Yeah,
and of course I have the one that it came with too. So yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, there's 2 on the shelf behind me, and 2 on the desk, and 2 in the drawer. So there you go.
Yeah.
Exclusive to Insider Gaming, then apparently, PlayStation 6 is planned to have a detachable disc drive on launch.
Yay!
Right. Oh yeah. Get away from physical copies. Okay. So
at least they're still planning on having.
There really is no point to get a new console. We may as well just use Steam.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
This is all on a push so that there's. I highly doubt they're hitting the PS7, but PS7 will be no disc add-on, and this is going to be a full-on add-on, or this is just they did this with the PS5 Pro. This is
at a certain point. It's like, okay, so the PlayStation is going to start stripping bits off itself, right, and selling them back to you, right? So you already for years and years and years.
Like they did with the stand for PS5.
Well, yeah, exactly. You couldn't get the stand was sold separately, right? And you only get
the initial console, the original, like the full size one, was sold with the stand. I have it right next to me.
Works in both
but the Slim, you need to buy the stand separately.
Right. Yeah.
And they make it a weird ass shape, so you effectively have to use a stand. Otherwise, you just have this console that's sitting at an angle, and so you don't know what that's doing to your actual disc-based media on the inside.
Yeah, you're not wrong, sir.
Yep.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're a bit quieter than you were earlier.
Okay.
Oh, that's more like it.
Yeah,
it
you're
might
fine.
be because I'm not screaming and shouting today because my voice is really hoarse. I've got kind of a cold.
But by earlier, I mean like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just
It's coming back
general.
now.
I don't
Yeah.
fucking know. Whatever. Anyway. So yeah. So this is stupid, of course. And let's not. I mean, there's another element of this as well. It's like, okay, so they're going to release the basic model of the PlayStation. Then they'll have an upgraded model of that. The pads have to be bought separately. Now the disc drive has to be bought separately. At what point do you just become a PC? Just a shit.
A shitty PC with a terrible OS that doesn't allow for you to do anything other than just this one designated task. And at that point in time, when you're spending that much money,
yeah, because it's getting crazy in the prices too. So it's like $700, $800 for one of these when it will come out, no doubt. And at that point, you might as well just have a PC.
Yeah.
900 quid, says Spamalot. Really? Is that confirmed? I thought that was just a rumor. But I don't know if that's the kind of ridiculous pricing we're going to be seeing. Then it is just a PC at that point, just a crappy PC.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that a PC of £900 would be crappy.
No.
I'm saying a console that doesn't do what a PC does at £900 is crappy.
Right. And given that they have this inflationary expectation at this point in time, and they just rose the price on a 5-year-old console,
exactly.
Yeah, 900 sounds about right.
There you go. All right. Insider Gaming has learned the PS6 is planned to have a detachable disc drive when the console launches. Big fucking whoop. I have a detachable disc drive onto my PC right now. It's like literally what my DS4 is sitting on.
I got a Blu-ray drive right here that I took an internal drive and I made it an external drive.
Exactly, right? First introduced mid-gen for the PS5 and exclusively reported in September 22. Detachable disc drive was a means for PlayStation to reduce its production and shipping costs. For the next generation of the PlayStation, several sources who wish to remain anonymous because they were not authorized to talk about the company plans have said that the detachable disc drive is here to stay for the next generation. Well, will it be the same drive?
No.
Are they going to come up with a new format? Because presumably,
you mean like will it be Blu-ray? I imagine it'll probably stay Blu-ray, but it won't interface the same way. You won't be able to take your current detachable drive and put it in, even if it uses the exact same technology. They'll change the.
Rhoda's having a problem. Had to go.
Yeah, but they'll do some kind of way to ensure that you cannot get value out of your thing. That and you have to authenticate your disk drive to your system. And it won't work for anybody else really. So you can't even just buy one disk drive and have a whole bunch of other consoles around your house that you just go and it's retarded.
The whole thing is fucking retarded. Anyway, identical to the PS5 and its detachable disc drive, customers will be able to buy the console individually as a digital console bundled with the PS6 as a traditional console, or upgrade later by purchasing the disc drive separately. I don't like this one bit. I really actually just fucking hate it, to be quite honest.
And the disc drive, you also actually have to have an internet connection for the PS5 Pro detachable system. You have to authenticate to the internet to even use it. It's because,
exactly. So, according to one source, unless things are changed at the last minute, PlayStation is firm on the decision because the disc drive for the PlayStation 5 hit all the company's internal targets. Yeah, what about the players' targets,
Right.
No, absolutely not. Doesn't happen. Again, though, it was reiterated by the source, the decision was made to reduce manufacturing and shipping costs during uncertain times, likely referring to the tariff/trade war. That hasn't affected them at all.
No.
Don't fucking lie,
You're making record profits. Don't tell me about like how you're suffering when you're making record profits.
Yeah, absolutely ludicrous. Anyway, I don't know what Rhoda's doing. He said he was having trouble. He's seeing us freezing and then he just lost it for a minute. He had to come back. So we'll keep an eye on him when he's back. These uncertain times have seemingly influenced PlayStation's decision of the look of the next PlayStation, as rumblings suggest it will have a much simpler design, maximizing efficiency, shipping space, weight, and so on. That would be nice, wouldn't it? there's not really much of a PS6 though. Then it sounds like it's more like a slimmed down PS5. They're also apparently going to presumably be releasing a PS5 Slim with an 825 gigabyte hard drive instead of the standard 1 terabyte. It's all
yay, pay more for less, yay.
I know, right? With all PS5 revisions, the new revision will reduce the console's weight, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, as the technology becomes more widespread and available, and it becomes easier to simplify the designs of things, and tech gets lighter in general, they're going to go right ahead and bundle it into a reduced cost version of the PS5 that they will charge you the full price for.
Right.
So they can suck it, frankly.
Yeah, I have no problem with being profitable, but profiteering, fuck that noise.
Yeah, fuck that. Exactly. Rhoda says PS 4.5. Yeah. So there it is. And I just don't care anyway. They've lost all their exclusives. They not that they did them any favors anyway. As we can move on to the next thing, one of them was, of course, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which was part 2 of the trilogy of Final Fantasy VII remakes that don't really make much sense because it's been 2 games and they've only got to the end of disc 1 of the original, but whatever. So we're here then. Development of Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 and Kingdom Hearts 4 are on schedule, says director.
I really stopped giving a shit about Kingdom Hearts, about like their numbering system and like the whole weird fucking that
is the problem, isn't it? That is a big problem. And you've got 2 very different problems here. One, Final Fantasy VII Remake as a series has lost more and more Final Fantasy VII fans as it's gone on.
Yep.
I didn't even bother with Rebirth because I didn't want to buy a PS5. And now that it's available on other things, I think it is. It's on Steam, right?
Pretty sure.
I don't even know. Did it come out on Steam? I think it should have by now.
I think so. I think it's been a long enough period of time. But
I mean, surely by now I'll take a look too. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, it's available. Not that I care. I really don't care. Anyway, it changed too much. It's not Final Fantasy VII, as Rhoda pointed out earlier, and I have many times on this channel. It changed the story. It changed the moments that make Final Fantasy VII Final Fantasy VII.
Right. And they specifically subverted the things that people were wanting to see in high res.
And I understand that they were being a bit clever when they said Final Fantasy VII Remake originally, because technically they are remaking their own destiny.
Yay. Play on words.
But what I really couldn't give a shit about much is Kingdom Hearts 4. And don't get me wrong, I like the Kingdom Hearts games. Somebody bought me Kingdom Hearts 3 not that long ago, and I was very happy about it because I haven't played that one. I haven't played it yet, and I will one day, but I'm really grateful for someone gave it to me. But the series, like my once quite, adamant and fiery passion for finding out what would happen in this story as it continued was whittled away over the 14 years or something crazy that it was in development. Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
When did 3 come out? Like 2019 or something?
I think so, yeah. Because the first 2, I was still married when the first 2 came.
January 2019. Right. When did KH2 come out? 2006, something like that?
Somewhere around there.
2005. In fact, there's only a month in it, so basically it is 13 years. And the problem with that is that people change a lot in that time, First of all, I despise Disney much more even now than I did back then, and I hated them then, but made concessions because the games were so good, But the problem is, you also, when in that time, they released, how many? They re-released both 1 and 2, obviously. They remade Chain of Memories and released that. They released Birth by Sleep, 358 something days.
/
2 days. That's right. Dream drop distance.
It became way too pretentious.
Yeah, a couple of movies like anime or in-game engine cutscenes that you have to watch. Right. And just made the plot so convoluted and confusing and nonsensical and stupid.
Yeah.
That it's really hard to give a shit anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Like the fact that they're all reborn from all other people like a long time ago, the Keyblade Wars and stuff.
Well, to your point, there's no way to give a shit when like their heads firmly lodged up their own ass.
Yeah, it's typical Tetsuya Nomura, by the way, the guy who is no doubt the director they're referring to.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy who created the character designs for Final Fantasy VII, and subsequently after that, went on to start directing the games after Hironobu Sakaguchi was kicked out, which is why Final Fantasy's gone the way it's gone, by the way, in terms of completely abandoning what made it Final Fantasy in favor of sort of
now
weird
it's all
action
style,
RPG.
no substance.
All style, no substance, all zippers and bits of random metal on your costumes, and it's just bollocks. It's absolute bollocks, unfortunately. So, but Kotaku, of course, is here. This is a Kotaku article, so you can more or less go ahead and assume the entire opposite of whatever they say. But they apparently say many fans are waiting patiently for the next installment in Kingdom Hearts franchise, when the actual reality is they've barely shown a damn thing about Kingdom Hearts 4. And I went, when I saw it, I went, huh.
Right?
When that comes out. That looks weird. I wonder when will that come out? I mean, how old will my children be by the time Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out, you know? But according to Tetsuya Nomura, he wants people to be reassured that both the Final Fantasy VII Remake 3rd installment and Kingdom Hearts 4 are all going smoothly. Yay!
I don't really care, Margaret.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. He says, I'm seeing people ask every so often about the third entry in Remake series. Apparently, Toriyama mentioned in an interview that something might be released around the 2nd anniversary of Ever Crisis, so that's probably where those expectations are coming from. Right, so things are progressing really smoothly. I can't say anymore. If I suddenly went, well, actually, everyone would be really surprised. Well, yeah, because it would be called news. Mm-hmm. What you're doing here is just saying nothing.
You're right. A lot of words to fill.
A lot of bollocks,
but nothing to actually, make any cohesive kind of point.
The job is therefore on us to add some sort of value to this as a talking point, which I think we have by pointing out that we don't care very much. When these fucking games come out, FF7 Remake Part 3 will no doubt do worse than FF7 Rebirth, and Kingdom Hearts 4, I mean, I didn't think it would be sensible at all to try and continue that series, considering it took them 13 years to release Kingdom Hearts 3.
Right.
And as we pointed out, during that time, all they did was wank around with the story until no one cared anymore.
Yeah.
So there we go. All right. Anyway, last story of the day then. It's Grand Theft Auto time, John, so enjoy yourself with this. Apparently, the in-game website names have potentially leaked online. Now, obviously, Grand Theft Auto has a reputation for parody.
Mm-hmm.
We're very concerned that the level of parody that will be possible in the woke world where Rockstar Games has DEI certificates that have to be earned by the employees will probably be neutered massively, but there might be some ray of hope here for someone. So
they still have Rusty Browns.
I don't know. Rusty Brown's Ring Donuts. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll find out. But anyway, spotted by Game Rant, Tez2 posted about GTA 6's in-game websites on GTA forums recently. The post states there discovered some domains were registered on May 27th under Take-Two's name servers. The domains appear to be related to GTA 6. There's a chance they'll redirect to the game's page later on, similar to what we saw with GTA 4 and 5's in-game websites. At the same time, some could be completely unrelated instead. Check out the list of websites below. So here we go. from the leaks, we know already that there's going to be WhatUp.app. So WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
RideMe.app.
Like a Lyft or an Uber. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's more than likely a taxi service, Uber kind of thing. Yeah, Ride Me. Please, it's got to be dirty as well, obviously. BuckMe.app, which is probably Cash App.
Yeah.
Leonida.gov.org, which just makes sense because it's set in fake Florida, which they've called Leonida for some reason, or Leonida. I fucking don't know. But there we go. Anyway, then you've got BrianandBradley.com. No idea.
A law firm.
Probably a law firm. Hopefully not gay porn.
Yeah.
Hookersgalore.com. Now this one's
not even clever.
I know it's not. It's not clever.
It's terrible.
I mean, I guess it's just OnlyFans or something. Maybe I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. But there's your hookersgalore.com.
But Hookers Galore, that's a fucking terrible goddamn name.
Yeah, there's no subtlety to it whatsoever, is there?
Yeah.
It's it's just really on the nose.
Yeah.
Of course, it might work. They have done stuff like that
worked better, or some shit like that. I mean,
hello, Roadkill.
What the hell? Like, what happened to the biting? Oh, that's right. They all left. All the people that were actually creative and fun and actually
talented. Yeah. They left. They left. We also have wipeoutcornskin.com. Yeah. Wipeoutcornskin.com.
Interesting.
Does anyone have any idea what the fuck that could mean?
I don't know. I mean, I call this one YouTuber, I think he's a YouTuber, Corn Teeth, but he's one of the Alyssa orbiters.
I mean, corn skin would be, like the things you get on your feet, corns.
Yeah.
Like hard bits of skin.
Right.
But I'm not quite sure.
Husk,
not quite sure what that accomplishes.
What the fuck that could mean?
I can hear myself.
Yeah. That was I was trying to turn my because I was keeping track while I was out
where the show was, so you could get that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was me. Sorry.
Corn sweat.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
It's okay.
My boy has a creepy corn dog.
.com. This is the last one. Yeah, my boy has a creepy corn dog.com. Is that like rate my cock or something?
So corn must be porn.
Am I
clearly then?
I'm loud.
I guess I'm allowed to
I don't know. Like I don't know. That's the only thing I can assume. But this is terrible. This is not clever.
I don't understand what it is at all, unless it's
not.
Unless it's like
maybe the creepy bit is like creepy pasta.
I don't know. To me, it sounds like it's like a medical website, or it's like rate my cock.
Right. And that's kind of the thing where I'm trying to think. All right, they're trying. Clearly, they are try-harding right here.
Trying, yeah.
Clever.
Oh, they're very trying.
There's nothing here. Jesus. And they already registered these. So this is shit that they're, these are top tier ideas, guys.
Everyone's agreed more or less with what we said about what the others are.
Yeah.
No speculation at all about the others, though.
Right. But Jesus, I really
hoped we'd get more of a laugh out of these, but they're pretty bad, aren't they?
Yeah, I have been talking about the dearth of creativity at Rockstar since 2020, when they effectively told me, sorry, dude.
Go fuck yourself, yeah.
And anybody but you. Especially
Jesus Christ.
And it's like, oh, okay. I've only spent more time playing this game than most of the people probably working there. So, all right, that makes sense.
Not girth, spam a lot, dearth.
Yeah, this is just fucking abysmal. like, there is no, because there are people out there. Oh no, man! Like you say all these things about it, and you talk about this and that, but it's Grand Theft Auto. It's Grand Theft Auto. You just need to chill, John. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't even sixth form. This is year 11.
Yeah, I don't really know like what these are supposed to be, and they don't seem very creative to me at all.
No.
So not particularly thrilled about that. You know, you used to have like you would
aren't even double
Rusty Brings or Rusty Brown's Ring Donuts and like Clucking Bell, you know, and various things like that. And
Burger Shot, like a
Burger Shot, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, it's like there used to be like they needed people with perverse minds to come up with great concepts.
Yeah,
people that had abstract thought and things like that. But everybody there is just toe the line, and if you step out, go down the hallway, do your fucking 3-day course in sensitivity training, and come back and.
I mean, there are so good ones though. Like, I mean, what about instead of NASDAQ, Borsac?
Yeah.
BAWSAQ. Yeah. That was good. Sprunk instead of Sprite. Very funny. MagesGuild here for $2 says FF2 is my favorite. Bite me, I stand behind it. That's fine, man.
Go for it.
Good for you. Thank you. Appreciate you, dude. FF2 is a fine game. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not my favorite, but it's okay.
I hate it. I think it's the worst Final Fantasy game.
I think 13 is worse than 2. Margin, to be honest. I still have fun mechanically playing FF2. It's just a bit basic, that's all.
Don't get me. I love FF1, and that's kind of more basic. But
yeah, true. But you have more control over the characters.
Yeah,
exactly.
Speaking of basic, that's what these in-game websites are. Basic.
What other GTA names were there? Wanker, Internet Cafe.
You got to play
RS Hall. That's just great.
Ammunition.
Yeah, Anna Rex, and Schlongberg Sachs. And the best one is the security firm.
Old school pay and spray.
Yeah. Group Sex.
Mm-hmm.
The German security firm.
Yep.
Pisswasser, obviously, the beer. All really very good. Yeah. All really, really very good. And those are, they're all, every last one of them to a man is a double entendre.
Yeah. But this is just ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, like you had instead of Fox News, you got Weasel News.
Mm-hmm.
But then conversely, you've also got the other channel, which is called CNT.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
MetLife became Get a Life. What else? IKEA is Crappier.
Mm-hmm.
Panasonic became Panoramic. Twitter becomes Bleater. Kawasaki became Nagasaki. That's pretty fucking dark.
Yeah.
Mitsubishi becomes Maibatsu. Gap became Zip. In and Out becomes Up and Atom.
Yeah.
Redwood cigarettes instead of Marlboro. Pisswasser instead of Budweiser. Obey instead of Audi.
They were actually clever. This is
Life Invader rather than Facebook. That's a bit on the nose, but it's still pretty good. There were loads of E-Cola. That's a great one.
Yeah, and that's the thing. This is no good. This is where creativity goes to fucking die and just rely on its familiar branding.
Exactly.
Enjoy Grand Theft Auto 6, all you people who want to pay for it. I'll just play I'll go play fucking Vice City again or some shit. Or
man, that is my second favorite Grand Theft Auto ever.
Which one?
Vice City, like John just said.
Oh right, yeah, absolutely. Vice City is awesome. Vice City is on the distance.
Like,
you know?
really, it's the best. But I really like London 1969, the expansion for the first one.
Yeah. The London 1969 game is really fun. I've got it on a disc over there somewhere.
Your
There you go.
brown red.
Hookers Galore is the kind of name you would use for a programming project website in the 90s. Exactly. Yeah, it's crap. It's far too blatant.
Yeah.
Hookers Galore. You know what I mean? They'd have a better name for that. I mean, is it supposed to be OnlyFans? Is that what it is?
Yes. That's the only thing I can imagine.
Yeah, you know. I'm sure it's not a game journalism website. Because they would probably not make that joke. But there you go, you know, like with the long history of silly parody names for brands, services, you know, companies that do food, car companies. I mean, the fact that when you get in a car, it tells you what kind of car it is, and it's always like some kind of joke version. Like they're taking the piss out of the Mitsubishi thing by having Maibatsu, but also in GTA 3, taking the piss out of the fact that every single motherfucker in the world suddenly needed to own an SUV the size of a goddamn tank. And that is still very much the case here in the Philippines where I live. It drives me crazy because it also means that if you're driving a small car, you can't see when you get stuck behind a fucking Toyota or something, you know?
Oh, mate. Yeah. If
of course, have the Maibatsu
right.
monstrosity. Sorry, Gum. That's what they called it.
Yeah. Well,
No,
go ahead. Finish point, RadART.
No, I was going to say that if you're trying to turn right and there's a massive car next to you, it's just an absolute pain in the ass.
It's a nightmare.
Nothing comment. I was just agreeing with Will. Go on.
Yeah.
No, I was just pointing out that car that they created was called the Maibatsu Monstrosity, and the tagline on the advert is "Mine's bigger." You know.
But all I'm seeing from this quite clearly is GTA 6 is going to be so much more spectacle than actual substance.
It does.
The more I learn about this game, the less I want to know.
Yeah, the more it seems like it's starting to go the way I expected it would, and that's basically that it's a weak attempt to recapture the magic. Effectively.
Yeah, with a whole bunch of lesser thans stepping into those roles, and this is amateur night.
Yeah. So I'm not particularly thrilled to see that the joke website names that are coming out are going to be this kind of cringe. Like, I just don't get it.
I mean, it may look nice on a superficial level, but Grand Theft Auto. Again, this is that whole thing about chasing after realism generally ends up destroying immersion because you just focus on this veneer of it has to look like real life. It's like, no, captivate me, fucking enthrall me, draw me into what is actually going on in this whole thing. You know,
if it's a fishing shop, that's not bad, but it would also be really silly,
right?
I
suppose it is Florida, so maybe. And if that's what they're going for is hookers galore is a fishing shop, then that might be one kind of clever thing in this entire list. But that's under the idea that is what it would be for. And I mean, are they going to add a fishing mini game into Grand Theft Auto? Is that where we've gotten to? Like,
they could.
I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5, right. Grand Theft Auto 5 is so far removed from crime now. I call it CPA instead of GTA at this point in time.
Yeah,
you're just a fucking accountant. And a realtor.
It is like that now. It's just life simulator where you can get away with murder.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Florida, so they're gonna have swamplands and stuff, marshes, and there's gonna be alligators in there and all that, and that'll be all right. I can imagine, if
Metal Gear Solid 3.
I know. Well, they're crocodiles, but yeah,
I know.
But I get what you mean. Like, and if there's like a chance that an alligator might come out and attack you when you are fishing, that might be kind of fun. But again, I just don't know. I still hope it's good. I still hope that it comes out and and it nails the vibe, and it is a lot of fun. But I'm gonna get it when it comes out because I'll definitely be curious to see what the hell they've been making for all this time. But if it doesn't blow me away in the first couple of days, I'm gonna be back with a vengeance.
Yeah, the fact that she is side saddle straddling him, and he's in the background. Every image you see of this game, she's front and center.
She's front and center. Yeah.
Front and center. Front and center. Front and center. Dude is just there as a vestigial connection to Dude Bros.
I mean, literally in the trailer, it's like he's got this life, and you're sort of part of it. But then, what is his function? Oh, it's to go and pick her up from prison.
Right. And if this was an old school GTA game, she would be sitting like M-shaped, like
damn right. In the background,
spread,
winking at him while he's smoking a great big cigar and counting money.
Right. This just seems way too safe and sterile. This is like a parody of Grand Theft Auto by the most blandest people that they could find.
I mean, they can go ahead and try. We all saw what happened with fucking Saints Row, though.
Yeah.
But there we go. All right. Well, that's it. We are done. We have made it to the end of the stream. We are out of content for today. So we'll be roaming on. And that's it. I guess we're not going to get the bars filled, so we don't have to play Jackbox. So, that's fine. I have plenty of other things I probably should be doing instead. But, oh well. I was kind of looking forward to it, but oh well. Anyway, Rhoda, would you like to give us an outro, please?
Okay. I will be having Tomb Raider Tuesday on my channel in just under an hour. We'll be starting that at 5:30, providing that my shit doesn't hit the wall again like it did just now. At least I was able to come back, and my computer's not making the funny noise anymore. So hopefully everything's okay now.
Good.
And apart from that, got network show tomorrow night, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. And hopefully I'll have time to do a Final Fantasy stream on Thursday as well. But that will be when it will be.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for that, buddy. Appreciate you. John, what's up, mate?
Well, immediately I'm probably going to do a quick maintenance check on the roads in the game that I'm not supposed to mention. But I'm talking more about Metal Gear at this point in time. So I think I can at least say that I'm going to go do some road maintenance or just see if I need to. And then once I have that confirmed that
Russians.
Yeah, once I confirm that there's no work to be done on maintaining the roads, I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go eat a bird. I'm gonna get that parrot, and I'm gonna fucking eat it, and that's gonna be great. Yep. Sorry, Hondo, but you're not gonna be the only dead bird around these parts today.
Is that a "we'll always have parrots" reference? Are we going back to Red Dwarf
Yeah,
now?
well, I'm quite literally at the next screen that I go into is going to start the boss fight with the end. I saved literally right so that
you can catch his bird. It's better to use it though, because if you if you release it, it flies back to directly.
Oh yeah. No, I will actually.
Yeah.
But I do have to eat it at least once though for the achievement.
Right. I used to hate the end boss fight, actually, when I played it originally. It used to intimidate the fuck out of me, which is why I learned how to shoot him before it so I could avoid it, which I did do again for memory, for posterity's sake. When you pick up the SVD at the Svatogoria warehouse, and you can shoot him before the boss fight, by miles before the boss fight.
Yeah, I blew up the...
But I did play him again, and I actually fought him in my second playthrough, and this time it was super easy. Like, he barely did anything to me. And I even sneaked up on him, disarmed him, stole his camo, killed him like non-violently. Next time I play, I'm going to try out using the crocodile costume because that's apparently really funny.
Yeah, seeing as how you have done that now, do you get to keep the Mosin Nagant when you start over on your new Play Plus, your new Game Plus?
No idea. Okay. I have no idea on that. Obviously, I kept the stuff that you unlock by winning, so I have the Patriot and stuff like that, and I have all the camo.
Yeah. So yeah, and I like I said, I'm 6 animals away from, and I have to eat all of them at least once, so it counts towards the what they call it, the gastronomy or whatever achievement. So that's what I got going on. Of course, in actual here on the internet stuff, I will be doing a stream tonight with Toasty at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm currently with her, Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. But we might have some news on the show tonight if you stop by, but it's not really mine to make. But other than that, of course, I'm always here with you guys at this time of day, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. So please do see us again on Thursday for the next show. And on the weekends, do the Weekend Culture over on Honey Badger Cage, 11 a.m. Eastern over there. And everybody, great show, as they always are. Loved all the comments in the chats. Everybody talk about how old I am and how much I suck. I love it. No, seriously, like, it doesn't bother me at all.
What kind of person enjoys that?
Yeah.
All right, whatever, man.
Yeah.
It's your funeral.
And always a pleasure being here with you too. So with that said, safe travels ahead. Y'all have a wonderful week going forward. Of course, be awesome as always.
Lovely. Thank you. By the way, I just looked it up, and no, you can't keep the moles in the gap. It's not designated as a permanent unlock, just like it wasn't in MGS3. You have to
I was thinking
get it from the end every single time.
But the Patriot and the SSA, I believe.
Yeah, which sucks actually, because it would be an awful lot easier to take out the end non-lethally if you had the moles in the gap, because it's a Trank sniper rifle,
right?
And it's the only one in the bloody game. So there's that. But hey, whatever. Who gives a shit?
I'm gonna rule over his ass once I have that ghillie suit, and that's gonna get clipped. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. This is sounding really gay.
Yeah.
All right. That is it from us. Thank you very much to everybody. Roadkill 101 jumps in off the top rope with the $5 at the end now. Says, tried to use the Buck Me app, but realized it was just a trans trap. Had to cancel his subscription. Glad to hear it, buddy. Glad to hear it. No one should have to suffer the indignity of falling for a trans trap. Shit, I don't know what else to say but that. Thank you anyway. All right then, guys, we gotta have to go here, and I'll say thank you to Just in Time Furious Dan, John Grant, James Op, Sardoc, Spamfish, MagesGuild, Rhoda, of course, thank you, uafomega, Rosie 6486, and Roadkill 101. Thank you all very much for the donos. Appreciate you guys. You make it more fun and help me to keep my family alive, which is lovely. So there you go. No Jackbox today, but there's always next time. And we'll see you then. I'll be back with Hyperdrive time in about 7 hours now. Hopefully I won't oversleep, and the fact that I didn't have a voice this morning shouldn't affect that. So I think I'll be all right. But keep an eye on everything, and I will let you know. Most likely will be happening because I need to make more content, and I do that with Hyperdrive time. So look out for that. Catch you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Hope you had a good one. See you in hell. Tatty bye. Big love.